Hello, everyone. We are back once again, this time with the Champlain Baja team. Right next to me is the lovely Mark Yo Davis. I am, of course, Noah Matowitz. And it's a pleasure to be casting right next to my current co-caster.
Caster. That's like an echo.
Yeah, I know. You
think we'll see some echo today, Noah?
I don't really think so. She's not really great, huh?
I'm trying to see some Z-Luck gameplay.
I would love to see some great Baja gameplay. I think, starting off, we're coming in pretty strong from what I can tell. Another time where Champlain, I believe, finished first in their regular season again.
They've been kind of cooking. I mean, we just came off the Teal win. Congrats to them.
Yeah, congratulations.
And now we're looking to go 2 for 2 tonight. Hopefully. We send it into Lijiang Tower.
Lijiang is a great starting map. Everyone loves this map. I feel like when you ask 9 out of 10 Overwatch players what's your favorite map, you'll probably end up getting Lijiang.
I think it's a little more split. You might get Kings or Lijiang.
Yeah, but 6 out of 10, I think. Yeah. It's those two. But I think a lot of people have started hating on Kings Row, ironically now, because they're oh, it's just rush map. You just play Reinhardt every time and say.
Yeah, but now you kind of don't. Now it's just kind of spokey, pokey.
It's kind of pokey, but
it's a little pokey.
But Lijiang, you kind of can play. Kind of just whatever the flavor of the month is on this map.
I think the flavor of the month is Bastion Brawl.
Yep, it's looking like good. It is. Surely we are rolling out with this con. That would be kind of fire, low key.
I mean, we are on a new patch here, but I don't think Baja is gonna be looking to change much up.
No, I don't think so either. They've been super solid, completely dominant in these past couple series. It's looking pretty good for them, honestly, in this final. So we're coming in strong. Hopefully, we can secure another finals win tonight. That would be insane.
And we are officially heading into map. It is worth noting for those paying attention to the Overwatch updates at home that Mauga is off for this tournament as he has just been released. So we're in a Mauga-free environment, but all the patch notes did come through as, unfortunately, Zool's getting walled early, dropping fast, and it's probably going to be a little bit of a wipe for Baja unless they can look to trade this one back.
Yeah, unfortunately, that wall was very, very good from the Thunderbirds, so Champlain's going to have to back up here. Not too much loss though. First fight, while it is important, is not the end-all be-all. The point hasn't even unlocked yet. Reinhardt's already back for Champlain.
Yeah, I mean, the Ryan's playing so close that they are able to get a split. I think it's just breaking this wall, trying to keep Zul's up. Missing the counterpin again there is a little rough, as unfortunately we do fall, but now it's just about, resetting for Champlain and trying to figure it out. We already got, I mean, we know what's going on. We got the Bastion gap. Even if we're losing the fight, we already know Ian's picking their Bastion.
Yeah, Boba Excel is, of course, a great player, so sure we'll be fine. Wall automatically goes down for Thunderbirds, so Champlain gets to push in here, and we'll see what Champlain can do.
Yeah, walling and splitting their Ryan with the form immediately, as they are able to pick up Zed's dead from the side of Thunderbirds, pushing in now to clean up this fight on these last couple stragglers. But good retake from Champlain after maybe a little bit of a shaky start, but first map nerves, first map jitter, just kind of getting back into it.
Yeah. Another great thing we just saw there was Champlain instantly picked off the Rhyme with the Maywall. We're seeing both sides just kind of instantly win a fight off of just one cooldown, one ability, and Champlain investing the IMAX early. Oh my god, I couldn't figure out what that was.
Window out of will really early, which I think is good, kind of hold the space. Now they're probably looking to Bastion ult as the enemy team walks in. It's probably their next kind of push here.
Yeah, about to say Champlain coming in instantly though. Really, really fast push here from the Thunderbird. Champlain having to blow a lot of cooldowns early. We'll see who gets the first pick.
Shatter from Zul's picking up 3 in the back line as the enemy team uses mail as well. Just a complete waste there as Zul's is able to turn the fight.
Zul's just completely capitalized. That was an insane play. Champlain looked like they were on the back foot, and Zul's just hits like a 4-man shatter and instantly wins us the fight. Incredible start for Champlain. May Blizzard's about to come on deck for Champlain. A huge ult in this entire game. Champlain in the driver's seat.
Now it's just about getting this mail up from Nate, as I believe they're actually able to pick off the Rhine early, maybe not even needing to commit an ult to this fight, as they can just sit up and hold the choke here, looking for a mail when they walk in.
That's a great start from Champlain. After that kind of rough first fight, they really picked it up here. Champlain holding close again. Really hard to break this when brawl versus brawl, so we'll see what the Thunderbirds can do.
Yeah.
But Champlain holding a pretty commanding advantage here.
I would say we're gonna see a beat immediately from Thunderbirds. That just means that Will can play right back into this fight with Window if they need it. But the round from the side of Thunderbirds just falling immediately, even with the beat over health. It's a really good fast fight from Champlain again, just holding that choke with the mail, not letting Thunderbirds do anything other than walk into point and die.
Champlain's ult economy has also just been fantastic. They're about to be on 3 ults here, and it's about to be we're almost in last fight territory. So Thunderbirds really have to push through here.
And they have to push through into a window from the side of Champlain as well, as they do use Bastion ult to try to clear the choke, and Champlain are losing Trico ults, but they pick up a pick immediately back onto the Rhine, making this a really hard fight for Thunderbirds to win. As the Lucio on the side of Thunderbirds falls, the Mei falls, and now they only have a couple of people left trying to touch that point, and we're looking at a first cap from Champlain on Lijiang taking control center.
Great start for Champlain. I mean, seriously, what a dominant second part of that map. It was like it's sort of a tale of two maps on that first one. First fight, loss. Second fight, loss for Champlain. But the moment they got an advantage, they just would not step off the gas.
And now going to what I believe is Gardens. I think we're going to see a little bit of a different look here from Champlain. Oh my god. Is it time?
Baby, it's time, I think.
Are we Trico Ralton on the Weaver?
I think we're weaving this point, which is very interesting. Champlain opting to swap even though they won last point. I think it's an interesting play.
It's a little bit more of an open point. You can argue that there's more angles to take, so the Sig maybe feels a little bit better. I don't think we're getting the Life Weaver as much as Mason probably wants to be playing it. But, just playing the Sigma, taking a little bit more advantage of the open space.
It makes sense. Zul's Sigma has been very, very clean this entire year, honestly. So having him on Sigma just makes a lot of sense.
Fast pickup onto Nate, though, as the enemy team actually TPing to point. We're going to see if Champlain can trade that back. They still have their tank, they still have their BAP, so there's a potential they can turn this fight, especially with Thunderbirds playing so aggro. Now it's just about Champlain kind of picking their moment, but unfortunately Dusk getting split by that push from Thunderbirds, and Champlain's going to have to reset here. Yeah,
Champlain needs to get a reset, and a little bit staggered here, so they're going to lose first point again. But just like just like the second fight here, we'll see what Champlain can do. It's going to be a lot more poke heavy for Champlain with the Sigma, so we'll see what Zul's can cook up here.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning that I think Sig holds the point very well and spams well once they get space, but actually taking this initial amount of space with the Sigma is a little bit rough. As Will barely staying on the map, using that lamp to try to keep Zul's up on the side of Champlain as they're looking to burn the enemy Reinhardt. Even fight from Champlain, now trading onto the Rhine. They have the advantage walking into this fight as they probably look to pick out Thunderbird's Bastion here before he can do too much damage. Champlain walking into this fight, picking up the Sim, now looking for a pick onto the Lucio as Champlain just trying to clean up here. A good push from them.
Yeah, great start from Champlain here. Another time where they have to finish off these stragglers here. Okay, there we go. Champlain capping the point here. They're going to have advantage. They're going to have this Sigma with an advantage here. This is what they want to see. Because Sigma with space is really scary. It's really annoying to push into it.
And now they're walking into Bash, window, flux. It's just, what we really want to see Baja doing is just, forcing these fights, trying to win with just their window, or trying to win with just flux. Because, the enemy team just has to walk into spam. They do catch Mason, unfortunately, with a TP window. So we are going to be down into this fight. We do have our own window up, hoping to put some pressure on the point. Giving cap over is a little rough now. Now, even if we're winning this fight, the enemy is getting percentage this whole time. Yeah. We are still down one, needing to find a pick as well. As Nate drops low, Nate falling. Probably means a reset here from Baja. Although Zulz is committing the flux. They get force speed out from the side of Thunderbirds, and they are able to pick the Bastion, but I'm not sure they have the numbers here to really secure this. As Zulz now just has to die on point and reset.
That's the Zulz will get a couple picks there, but I think the signal was a mistake there. If this is not a swap from Zulz onto Ryan, I feel like that was just an overinvestment into a fight that wasn't winnable. It's hard to tell. Yeah, there it is. The swap right onto Ryan. I like this. I think the Sigma was a good idea, but I think we were winning so hard on Ryan already.
Yeah, that's kind of the situation. Like, are we swapping because we wasted Flux, or are we wasting Flux because we're swapping? Like, is he Gojo Satoru because he's the strongest, or is he the strongest because he's Gojo Satoru,
Yeah, something like that.
Insane reference.
No, another pick from Thunderbirds onto the May. Champlain really needs to figure it out here.
Yeah, that was our ult looking to play into that fight too. I'm surprised that we're still walking bridge. I'm not sure why we're not just taking the white rotation, especially like with May ult.
I think Champlain's just really looking to take a quick one here. This is last fight, so they really have to make this May ult count.
Like, imagine we just pin Zulz across to the other side. Oh, great pick. The Shatter does take down his team, but with the May ult, I believe they'll be able to get a freeze. Zulz. Oh, another big boop there. Just
gets another.
That's the nature of pushing bridge, though, is you just have to be aware of their Lucio.
It's a close fight, but Champlain's really at an ult disadvantage here. There's going to have to be some hero plays if Champlain wants to get this win here.
It's going to be on Trika, or else he'll just stay alive and try to keep his Rhine up. The beat is going to be big. I'm not sure Zulz will get Shatter online, and it's looking like we're going 1-1 on Lijiang, unless someone kind of comes out with a hero play. Maybe Ian on the Tracer. But with Mason falling, I'm not sure it's looking great for Baja here.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a 1-1 situation here. Mason,
Ian tracking everything he can, but unfortunately it's just not enough.
Yeah. Champlain, I feel like, might have overthought their comp there.
Me too.
I feel like maybe they were like, oh, we won so hard game one, we could really, push our lead with the Sigma comp. But I really think it makes more sense for them to stick to what they won with. They looked really clean on it. They looked like they understood how to play the comp better than their opponents, and then they kind of gave over momentum here on the second map. I'm looking for on this third map for Champlain to take a deep breath, say, okay, we won first map, we're better on this comp. Let's play like we're better again.
Yeah, mirroring the sim here, I think both teams are just going to look to get to point. So, amp out a spawn from Mason and then TP to point from Nate, using the, the Lucio on the side of Champlain to get there faster, and then the TP to teleport to point.
Yeah, no May walls this time. Everyone's just kind of going to be fighting with this sim here. It's a lot more damage output, actually, so... it's much more risky for these Rhine players, because once the sim's at full beam, it is terrifying. It does an obscene amount of damage.
Here comes the TP from the side of Champlain, mirroring. Big nade in there from Bobo XXL, as they are now looking to just burn down the side of Thunderbirds. He has a good angle here, but unfortunately they're just not able to find a pick. Both forms are traded, though, so Champlain unfortunately losing nade again. We've seen a couple fights here where nade is just unfortunately just caught spam and died early. With the trade out, both DPS being traded out by the side of Thunderbirds, meaning that Champlain doesn't have much in the terms of damage to win this fight.
Yeah, this is going to be a lost fight, unfortunately, because there's really no way for Champlain to win this one, just due to the fact that they lost both DPS players. A little worrying, Champlain getting picked off early again, but this is only map 1, so we'll see where this goes. Again, just another start where Champlain's on the back foot again. They seem to be used to this at this point. So Champlain's going to be looking here to get another early pick. I feel like Champlain had the rotational advantage on that first fight.
Especially with the enemy holding close here. We do force window early, and we lose nade again, which is very unlucky. Champlain's just going to have to back here. Yeah. No lamp. They can't really wide peek a window. I'm not even sure Ian can get out because of the window watching him there. It has to be a fast reset here from Champlain.
Yeah, they should either try and die or run away, but I think dying here makes more sense because they're just going to get pushed right to spawn anyway.
Zulz can get into spawn if they have to. They are actually able to split them with wall. I'm not sure if they'll get anything in the Bastion. They are able to pick up the sim, and now just fight fast for Baja. Yeah. Just walk in Shatter, walk in Shatter.
And that's a big Shatter from Zulz. Amazing Shatter from Zulz.
Beat out from the enemy team. Will turning back with window. Ian needs to go get in and take advantage of that. Enemy Shatter from the side of Thunderbirds, but I believe Baja is going to be able to sustain that. We have Bastion ult in from the enemy too. Oh, Will's just so split here. Can they push out and help him? Unfortunately, Will does fall, and I'm not sure Baja's going to be able to turn this. Just, I don't know if it was just a lack of stabilization or maybe just not wanting to go and push through.
it seemed like both teams invested a ton of ults, and Champlain just got less value, to be honest. That was a great shadow from Zulus, but the beat from Thunderbirds came out pretty fast. There wasn't able to even get a pick off of it. And then the shadow from Thunderbirds actually ended up catching just about the same amount of people, and there was no beat on Champlain's
We are
side.
speccing into the May here instead of the Sim. Honestly, I'd like to see Baja just take a rotation high, and we just look for a split and drop into someone. You have like Ian who can just free shoot from high, and now the enemy will be falling back to point.
Yeah, this is a good move from Champlain. Don't get caught. Oh my God, caught at the choke. Champlain just gonna way out the window here. Oh,
and
no!
Unfortunately, we lose Nate again to a fire strike this time. It's just honestly just some really unlucky stuff. Is after that window's out, I'd rather see Baja kind of just kite it a little bit. As last fight, it's looking rough.
Yeah, it's looking like Champlain's gonna drop this map 1 here to the Thunderbirds. A little bit rough on this first map. I'm a little surprised at how it ended up turning out. Usually we're a game 2 and 3 team and we lose game 1. This time we did the opposite. I think going into map 2, I'd like to see Champlain return to form with playing those double flex support compositions that we're kind of famous for. That's kind of our shtick, is we play double flex support, and I think it will give some more advantage, give some more DPS to the team, because it felt like a lot of the time Champlain were just kind of on the back foot for a lot of these fights.
Yeah, no, it felt like, I mean, like from my perspective, that it was almost like Champlain sitting and like waiting for something to happen instead of being the ones to like take initiative, which can be something, especially when you're in a final situation, that if you're nervous, a lot of the time you're going to start playing reactive.
Yeah.
And you really, especially on Bastion, bro, you need to set tempo.
Yeah, and I think Champlain can take that tempo normally, like pretty good at it usually. But during those, especially I think after they lost momentum in that second map, they really didn't pick it up in the third. So hopefully looking to go into the actual second map that we, kind of figure some stuff out. I think it'll be fun. It's a slow start for Champlain. Kind of honestly famous with this team.
Yeah, sometimes we start slow.
Every time, I swear, every time I watch this team, Blue, it's always, we lose map 1.
Blue might have started as slow as possible.
Yeah, well, sometimes
we started our playoffs really
Blue
slow.
might have started a little too slow in the playoffs.
Maybe a little too slow.
Maybe losing a little too many series, especially.
If anything, maybe we started a little too. Maybe we started and finished a little too fast.
You might even say that as well. But moving on into this map 2, we'll see any subs from either team. Doesn't look like it so far.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Zeluk come in here for Trico Ralts, especially moving over to, I believe we're going to hybrid.
I think you are correct. It's either hybrid or it's pushes third, I think.
Yeah, so it would be our map pick here on hybrid. I know the team is pretty confident with their kings, but there is also the argument that we lost the Bastion mirror, but like, I don't know.
It's weird. I think Champlain,
I think we know they have the ability to win the Bastion mirror.
Yeah, I think Champlain, if they're playing smart, and Yara's a great coach, so I think he'll recognize that Champlain's bread and butter that we've seen this entire year has been, when Z-Luck is in, it's always been that double flex support comp. And I feel like Kings Row, it can work. Yep, I think we're going to see a Kings.
Yeah, because you have the availability for Kings Row. You even can have Dusk, who's a great main support player, as well as being able to play flex support, swapping over onto the Lucio as well.
Yeah, we're looking to see in the map 2 what's going to happen here. Looks like Trico Roltz is going to stay in here. Oh, or not. It looks like the Z-Luck sub is going to happen.
And now we have cohesion of player icons.
Player icon, you guys can't see it currently, but there's player icon cohesion from
We're so Christmas pilled.
There is so much Christmas spirit. Also, shout out to my fellow Jews. Love you guys.
Dude, do we have Hanukkah player icons in Overwatch?
We do. There's a dreidel.
There's a dreidel. Oh yeah, God.
dreidel. I made this team out of clay.
Yeah, I molded them, shaped them into the players they are.
Hey, I was the coach for the from 2019 to 2021. You could say that I maybe molded the Overwatch program.
If we're shouting out molders and builders, it's probably Jacob and Yara, the 2 coaches for Baja.
I do want to give them a special shout out. This team has improved a lot. Especially the players as well have improved a significant amount from the start of the season. And we've seen them sort of like come into their own here. They're in the finals for a reason. And I think they're definitely a contender moving into the, what's it called? The NECC Super Finals bracket.
Super Final. What is that? Explain that.
Nationals,
lay that one out for
nationals,
me. There
nationals.
you go.
I figured it out.
We're so back
but
mentally.
I think Baja qualified already for nationals.
Is that how it works?
I think it's if you win or if you place top 2 in the starting season, you get.
Well, we are top 2 right now.
So I think I could very well be wrong because I haven't
You've been wrong before.
I've been wrong a couple times. I can admit that.
Rarely, but
But I think I know the winner of this is guaranteed a spot. So
that would make sense.
So
let's not worry about if it's second or first. Let's just win.
Yeah, it looks like Champlain's going to come out here swinging on the brawl. And
Yeah.
about to start it up here.
Pretty
Champlain
mirror.
starting
We
on
are seeing a
attack.
sig from the side of Thunderbirds.
Very interesting. They are opting for a more poke style. I mean, they are on defense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Shadows going to look to punch a hole in their defense immediately.
Jules is taking, and John
there
down.
it is.
There we go. We don't need to see Nate die in early. Nate's getting the first pick. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, and an instant second pick there with an amazing wall from Nate. Coming out swinging for Champlain. Oh, my lord.
Oh, we're back.
We're so back.
God, we've never been so back.
We're men in back.
We're men in back. Call me Willard Smith.
Willard back.
Smith.
Willard Smith.
Keep your wife's name out your mouth.
Anyway, moving on. I think one more fight here, and Champlain may earn the ability to smack around the enemy team here in this next fight.
I love it when I earn the ability to smack around the enemy team.
But Champlain, again, great tempo to start. They're looking a lot more confident just
another
starting
fast
off.
wall out from Nate. Ice block is forced, but I think Champlain just trying to hold this initial choke. We do see a counter wall out from the side of Thunderbirds as Zool's doing his best to stay alive.
Let me out!
Hipping and hopping out of there. Unfortunately, it does end up falling, so Champlain, I would assume, has to. Oh, look, maybe
Another great May wall.
Oh, we're box ulting.
That May is definitely not surviving this one, I think.
Bad news.
Oh, the May. Oh, the May
May's dead. I don't know how we.
Yeah, I think that was a little aggressive, but Champlain, I think, a little too
picking
big.
The May means we can walk through the choke without having to worry about being walled, so we take it.
A little too big for the britches on that second fight there, but Champlain again still seems like they have a pretty large tempo advantage. Another great May wall.
Yeah, we do get the window out from the side of Thunderbirds, but I believe Champlain will just be able to sit back in this corner and kite it. We do have May ult and window online for the side of Baja, although May ult in 10% of that. So unfortunately, our May catches the 200 damage rocket that sails through the window. Big shatter coming from Zul's here. Surely, he doesn't have shield to shatter. That's just 4 minutes.
I have bad news. He is 50% not shatter.
Wait, what?
Yes.
When did Pro shatter?
I don't think he did.
Oh.
He hasn't really been swinging.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. They're playing into a pretty spam-heavy comp. He does need to keep being shielded up and healthy.
I want to note that I'm a little bit worried. I know the 200 damage mine's a little bit annoying, but Champlain has to be more careful of it. This is an extremely pick-heavy playstyle for them, and they're consistently getting picked off by that mine.
The mail comes in from the side of Thunderbirds, but I think Baja able to just walk through it. As Ian in the backline, in turret form, just picking off the supports and the Bastion on the side of Thunderbirds. As Ian falling, but just getting all the value for his team as
both teams are trading back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Champlain's got to find some sort of advantage here. They do have spawn advantage, so the longer and longer they stall this fight out, in theory, Champlain should win. A beat comes out from...
Yeah, and we have this May split behind. I'd love to see Baja just turn here. And
here we go.
And there we go. Good turn from Baja. Now they can look back forward. I mean, Thunderbirds using that beat for almost nothing, as they've been able to kite successfully with or without it. Good wall from Nate right into Ian's Bastion as they're able to pick up British Dino.
Yeah. Champlain gonna a really messy fight from both teams, but Champlain's gonna pick it up here.
Yeah, I mean, some would say messy, some would say calculated.
I would say messy.
Yeah, most would say messy.
Yeah, indeed.
Some would say we're in all.
Hold on, wait. This might not be huge. Mine does not get the favorable bounce. Could have killed the Bastion there, but unfortunately did not get the pick off.
Mine gets like a Finding Nemo buff, and then it's mine.
Oh, Zul's!
Zul's with maybe a shatter.
I don't know.
Onto May.
It's on May.
No, look, unironically.
Big shatter. Actual big shatter.
One pick's all it takes.
That's all it needs. And Champlain gonna push pretty largely into the second point here. Gonna actually take a big advantage. They're actually gonna shove into at least halfway point of the third one here.
One pick is all it takes.
Love with me. Anyway, in terms of ult economy though, Champlain's pretty out. They really only have May ult here.
Like realistically, as long as they're just playing to get this enemy team to come touch card because they kind of have to stop the push, they can hit a big May ult team. It's just about getting the Sig to like walk a little further forward than he wants to.
This is really dangerous. Yeah,
we do lose Z-Luck pretty quickly though, so
this fight's
probably not a winnable fight for Champlain unless it's the world's largest May ult from Nate.
No,
I wouldn't recommend using it.
Yeah, I like the Champlain. They should just jump off the map here if they can.
Yeah, or just get out.
Champlain gonna instantly lose that fight the moment that Z-Luck gets picked off there. But that's fine. I think Champlain kind of knew that was too to be expected. But that's not good. Champlain way too aggressive there. Z-Luck getting punished for...
a little bit of a stagger there. As unfortunately, Z-Luck hitting the 20 per 10, dying twice within 30 seconds is a little unlucky.
Yeah, I'd say looking like Z-Luck might have gotten a little too aggressive.
A fast mail from...
really fast mail from...
Maybe good beat from Will, as I think the lamp... isn't quite enough to keep up Ian as That's just a stashed mail from the side of
Wow.
Thunderbirds.
And they're holding extremely close with this May here, which I'm impressed by how.
Yeah, I mean, they've taken 2 minutes off the time bank here, just pushing fast in the spawn and staggering.
I think Champlain really needs. I think they figured out they need to get back in here, get back playing as a team, and then push in once they have everyone here because they're playing a little too aggressively. And another Maywall bait there, and instantly a pick onto the enemy Baptiste. This fight is pretty much done.
Yeah, they might not even really need the mail from the side of Nate here. They just have to. I mean, Flux
no.
singled is not fun. Like, there's almost no way Josh can live that. Oh, just wall. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's actually a huge mail. They can push it off.
We killed the Sig, and then the Bastion should get first. Well, both the Bastion and the Lucio actually somehow picked up by that.
The suicide May ult from Nate actually wins the fight for Champlain.
Postpartum mail.
Incredibly well played by Nate. I thought that might have been a little bit of an aggressive mail, but it was actually turned out incredibly well. Champlain, though, is...
Post-mortem.
Post-mortem...
Not postpartum.
We're going to need to write a post-mortem on this May ult. But Champlain actually still a little bit staggered here. They need to be careful.
Again.
Oh boy, Zul's almost got the shatter. It needs to be huge here.
Is it worth it? We were down 2. I don't think it is.
I think they should save the ults if they can. They're going to.
I think we should just make like a sunny day in New York City and kite.
That,
you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Like at Central Park, you're flying a kite?
Yeah, I got it. Anyway, moving on.
I thought it was a good one.
It wasn't.
I'm writing that one down.
Don't write that down.
Okay.
Actually, as a matter of fact, don't commit that to memory.
Do my best. Another close hold here from Thunderbirds is they will have the mail. I'm not sure if Baja's realized that the maze inside them they have. That is good.
Great.
Lamping as well. And picking up one Beazle immediately. One Beazle down.
Champlain is going to need to push really hard here if they want to get this fight win.
The BAP. And Champlain, you know,
they're winning the fight currently, but they have to push in. They need to finish this fight fast because they are going to guarantee to have another fight here, and then Thunderbirds have two massive ults.
On the high ground though.
Thunderbirds have 2 massive ults. They're going to be on the back foot to start this fight.
We should grab some Ian POV right now. Ian's just on the high ground, just completely uncontested.
Thunderbirds with a pretty bad ult rotation there. Still winning in the fight currently, but anything could happen with the Champlain comp. A little low here.
A good beat there from Will. And that should be enough for Baja to just clean up this fight. Good boot from Will as well. Just needing to clean up that Bastion now, as I believe Baja will be able to get this in with not an overtime time bank, which is good to see.
Actually huge. Champlain picks it back up with a 30-second time bank there. I thought that fight would be unwinnable, but Thunderbirds actually
Well, I just want to. I mean, dude, I want to highlight Ian on the high ground. That right click to high ground left with him and Ziluk up, or like Ziluk up there, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, it was incredible. Ziluk and Ian on the high ground just instantly won them that fight. Another thing that was great was we saw an insane Lucio play there too. The great beat timing there just barely saves Zul's on the Rhine, and then a boop onto the enemy Sigma while he's holding his little hand out to suck in all the extra damage. I mean, that was almost perfect.
Yeah. You could say for that Sigma that kind of sucked.
Anyway, moving on to the defensive side at half for Champlain. They're going to be looking almost certainly to hold close, or they're going to be playing Sigma, actually. I was assuming they'd stick on the run and try and fight them on this brawl comp, but they're actually going to mirror the Sig.
This is the classic Champlain. We're putting Ian on Soldier on high ground.
Soldier Ian. Oh my lord. This is actually this is an El Clasico for Champlain.
Soldier 70 Fox Boy.
Soldier 76 for Bo Boxel. Oh my. I was even seeing the Bo XL Soldier back when I was a coach.
Yeah.
That's how classic this comp is for Champlain.
There are three things that are consistent in life: death, taxes, and Boboxel on Soldier.
Boboxel on Soldier. I'm surprised we're not seeing the Bastion though. It looks like it's gonna be on Boboxel to get a lot of value on this Soldier.
I mean, it's just about like taking the world's wackiest and most wild angle known to man.
We're on Boboxel's wild ride. Anyway, starting up this map here, both Sigmas are going to be trading damage.
Eyes. Give the viewers eyes. They cannot see.
We are pushing in
and
here.
We're in.
We have an immediate lamp, actually, from Thunderbirds. That's actually really, really rough here. That's going to be really hard to push in.
Boboxel already showing that the Soldier can, in fact, work. Just getting the angle on the enemy team as they push in. Why need to switch into Bastion form when you can just always be in Bastion form as Soldier?
So true, King. But
and
actually,
have legs.
That fight was great because Champlain really took so many angles that they were forced the most early lamp ever. And once you're out of lamp, it's really hard to push in. too much damage to deal with.
Especially when you're just getting lasered from the left angle there, as Ian just kind of taking control of the high grounds.
Speaking of taking control of the high ground, look at where Thunderbirds are doing. They're looking like they want to go immediately in on Ian.
A top left rotation is probably what they're looking to do, just so they can't get poked out. Like they're making this rotation essentially to force Baja to be on all one side of the map. But Baja, this stairway can be a trap. Like wanting to push in here.
Oh, their map is in a terrible spot though.
Like fights are unironically lost here if you push too far in. Like I think it's bait. Like it's hard bait. Like you lose. It's really worrying place to take a fight. The flux might be enough to turn it. As they were able to force Lamp early, they're able to pick up one Beazle down. And the window back
really dangerous,
from the
actually.
side of.
Boboxel taking the world's longest rotation angle.
I mean, rotating out of the window is good, as Z-Luck now says, no, my high ground, I'm windowing, as they should be able to clean up this fight.
Champlain really needs to not get picked up. If they get picked, this could be a really fast repush, but they aren't going to lose. And Boboxel's the only one who goes down.
And Burrow's got cyborg legs. He'll be back.
He'll be back real fast. And that was Champlain with the counter rotation. I want to highlight Z-Luck's instantly commandeering of high ground. He said, "You gave me this high ground back.
Mine now.
Thank you very much. Let me drop this window right here and have fun dealing with
a really early flux. Unable. I mean, no rock there can be hittable for Zools as the Sigma just fluxes behind a shield. A big mail here from Nate is able to pick up the BAP from the enemy side with no heals. It's all about pocket our Zools. Keep Bro alive.
Zools actually doesn't have a barrier for that, and Boboxel's going to get the 1v1 win onto the enemy Lucio. That's a huge pick. There's not a lot of healing left for Thunderbirds, and Boboxel's beaming people on the legs. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah?
He's moving them legs. He's running a marathon.
You're making the kite joke look better, so.
I'm making the kite joke look better. Anyway, actually a big swap here. Swap into the Reinhardt. They're going to be looking to go fast into this Sigma.
They're going to look to catch Zools. Bro, I'm scared for
Zools is playing really aggressive into this ride.
He seems to be okay, actually. Ian's very low. I'm not sure how we'll... I think Ian actually dropped for heals there, which means I'll lose a little bit of the high ground angle.
The lamp's in a terrible spot.
Nate, though, onto the enemy Reinhardt, as we can just look to push in.
Oh, this is
there's nothing that Thunderbirds can do here. We're in there like Times Square.
We're in there like swimwear. Actually, a really questionable rotation.
We're on them like butter on toast.
I'm very surprised that Thunderbirds opted to push into the small room against a Sigma when Sigma
it's not bad for a rotation, especially with Zools playing that close. Like I was surprised they didn't just wall and walk onto Zools, but now it's a flux fight where Zools actually fluxing really early here. Picking up the BAP high ground, forcing Lamp early means that now the side of Thunderbirds has to walk into a mail without Lamp.
Yep, and here we're about to see it. Ryan instantly goes down. That's pretty much the fight ending play for Champlain.
Yeah.
And this is pretty much going to push Thunderbirds into a terrible spot. They have like almost no time to touch. This is going to be their losers are going to have to run in and try and touch here.
Yeah.
And their Bastion is just stuck in a small room, eventually getting beamed down by Bobo. And they're just pushing to spawn. They're saying, you're not allowed to touch. I'm not letting you touch this. They are going to eventually get the touch with the ball, but I mean, this fight's so fractured for them.
Yeah, not much they can do here to really pick up this point as Baja, winning on that Bastion Sig, or like the Bastion Sig comp, the May comps, like that we saw them run on Lijiang, but I think this roster might just be a little bit more equipped to run that comp consistently.
Yeah, it's looking like the Z-Lux swap actually kind of paid dividends there. I'm especially impressed by the war cry that I just heard from the entire team.
I'm not sure if they're really like mitigating the vocal cord risks because they're gonna get to map 3 and they won't be able to talk.
Yeah, I'm sure you all did not hear that through our incredibly high quality headphones, but maybe you did. But there was a war cry from the Champlain room upon winning that map, and a deserved war cry, because that was an incredibly well played second map there, and instantly Champlain ties the series at 1-1.
And now we're going to Flashpoint.
Flashpoint, my favorite new mode, which I actually do really like, by the way. Big fan of that.
Yeah, I mean, we got 2 maps here. We got Saravasa and we got New Junk City. And
yippee!
We'll see which one they pick.
We'll see. Is there a ban on this? You can't ban anything on this map, so the enemy team just picks.
Yeah, you can't ban. There's only 2 maps, so.
That's kind of interesting. I'm going to keep it real. That being said...
Okay, I just have to make note of one thing. Whoever is typing on our little production like PowerPoint right now needs to hit the type racer. We are at 12 words per minute. We need to figure it out. Oh my god.
We would like to say we love our production staff. They might be a little bit slow on the keyboard.
They're fast at typing frowny faces, though.
But they are frowny
Let's
face
channel
warlords.
that energy into the English language next time.
Hold on, I do need to make note of our production saying every time I hear New Junk City, I hear New Dunk City like Donkey Kong. Thank you to our production staff for typing that incredibly thoughtful and incredibly well thought out anecdote that has now been said on stream. So shout out our production staff for that. It looks like we'll be going to Servasa, and I think Champlain's going to stay with their current.
Yeah, I mean, like picking Servasa, that's our best. It's like map pick does matter. Like they get to choose what map, but they picked our best map, like of the two.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. There's only two, so
there's only two, so it's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, it's like you're
lost the coin toss.
Might as well flip the coin. Head, Servasa, tails, New Junk City. So they flipped tails there, and they did, and tails unfortunately failed this time. Even though tails normally never fails.
Tails normally never fails.
But sometimes tails fails.
Been saying that.
I've been saying that. Anyway, we'll see what comps both teams run out with. For anyone who is unfamiliar with the Flashpoint game mode, it's effectively 5 control point fights. First team to get 3 control point wins. The control points tick up a lot faster though.
Yeah, faster than Koth normally does. I'm sorry, all that's in my head right now is I'm thinking about you with like Diddy Kong's little like hat, like helicopter, like spinny hat. I feel
gonna
like
get the Diddy Kong hat. I'll get the peanut gun.
Yeah,
I'll get the
that's
banana.
Just such a fit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fitted out like Diddy Kong next time I'm on camera, I guess. Like, you want to be Donkey Kong because you're like literally a foot taller than me in real life.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so you're Donkey Kong and I'm Diddy. We are getting sent back to
I
lobby.
believe skins were on, so the code might have been a little scuffed. This is kind of the classic Yarrow, maybe a little.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of some NA
for the first half of the semester. Yarrow had pause bound to pee, so sometimes bro would just be typing like a message, and then the lobby would just pause.
He's like typing down like script notes, and then just like it keeps pausing and unpausing. Yeah. But it looks like, unfortunately, there's a little bit of a lobby error there, so we're going to throw it back to lobby real quick, get those settings fixed up, and then we'll get put right back in the game. It looks like, actually, apparently it was the NECC code, which I'm going to be honest, I would,
What does NECC stand for?
The National Esports Collegiate Conference.
I always thought it was the Never Eat Cold Cereal Conference.
Yeah, anyway, so Champlain College Baja is currently in the Never Eats Cold Cereal Overwatch.
We're so oatmeal pilled.
Actually, we're eggs pilled. I'm so eggs pilled.
That's not cereal.
Yeah, but like, if I'm never eating cold cereal, like, am I eating hot cereal?
Yeah, oatmeal.
That's not cereal. Oatmeal is literally just.
So what are you, just like the cereal scientist now?
Yeah, they call me the cereal scientist. I'm a CS major.
Bro thinks he's a mini wheat manufacturer.
Scientist. I'm actually, me personally, I'm a Captain Crunch enjoyer.
Yeah, bro thinks he's the Cheerio counselor.
I'm not a crunchitize you if you don't stop speaking to me that way.
He's the Crave connoisseur.
Oh, I do not like Crave. That as
I'm just trying to think of cereals.
I'm the Fruit Loops.
Bro's the Fruit Loops fragrance.
The Fruit Loops fragrance, I guess. Moving on to the actual map. Champlain's going to be rolling out. Oh my god, wait, I just looked at the Thunderbirds comp. That is very different.
This is the classic. I don't know about the Diva, but I have heard they play Moira Lucio. I do not know what in God's name the Diva does. Diva in my head is Big Tracer.
Yeah, well, Big Tracer's about to come in here and probably...
Big Tracer's about to get a rock to the dome. Like...
I mean, I guess it technically negates wall. Like, I don't know what you're going to wall off here on this comp, but... Like
you just wall to live. Like all you have to do is live and the enemy team slowly dies. You just wall off an angle so that you're, like, chilling. You don't even need to split anyone.
Champlain is going to just instantly take point control. And it's looking pretty rough for...
Yeah, look, I don't know what this composition from the enemy team does here other than slowly dies. Because the Moira's going to run out of resource.
Eventually, and then Bobo XL is just eating them alive.
On the flank. Like, they need to get on Ian, but if they do, there's just a May Sigma Lucio like, I think we got to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, they instantly went back to the drawing board on that.
We're on the Winston, like a little bit more jumpy here. Okay, the name of the game here is do not let Ziluk get tilted by being dove. We've got to keep bro happy and we'll win.
Zelek with the notably very great mental health, and especially inside video games, will not get tilted by this. I have seen his inner zen
They
come
call
out.
him Never Tilt Tommy.
They do call him that. His name is literally Josh, but Never Tilt Tommy's gonna get dove immediately. But there's a Lucio on him, so it's really hard to dive. Monkey is walled off. He's running away. Mora's gonna burn all of her resources to try and keep him up. And meanwhile, the Reaper just burned
no Wraith on the side of Thunderbirds means that Ian can just come on the flank here and just knock the Reaper out of the fight. They will lose Z-Luck to the Moira. That's not what we like to see.
It's actually a pretty close fight here, but it looks like Champlain's got the advantage.
I believe they have the resource to turn this back, although the coal from the side of Thunderbirds could make this a little bit rough as Ian trading back with the visor, picking up
my
three.
lord! Three-man visor from Bobo
It's crazy
XL.
that a damage orb just comes back and finishes Bro off, but
Bro gets a three-man instant damage orb kill. Unfortunate that we didn't get to see the Bobo XL 3K, probably because he's died by the time that it was over instantly. But that being said, Champlain has all their ults besides Bobo's. And I'm going to keep it real. Thunderbirds did not look good on that first point. And I don't see what this comp does to figure out how to beat Champlain here.
Yeah, Baja just really needs to carry EMP here. I'm afraid of a world where Zulz gets Sigma ult canceled with EMP.
There's a chance for that if oh no,
We're going early. What a smart
really
play from
early.
us to go early. Unfortunately, Ian's dead.
Bobo XL gets picked immediately, so.
But we have it's turnable. If they walk into a mail here, like
Champlain needs to get a pick off of this, like desperately.
we should be able to pick Reaper.
Champlain actually investing a lot there and getting literally nothing. That's actually a massive.
I do find Champlain struggles occasionally, like Baja, with just the idea of they're playing dive. Angles are no longer as important. Like they're good, but like just stack 5 and kill the Winston, force him out. Like
this is actually a very worrying turn of events because Champlain just invested like 4 ults and got literally nothing.
We were so ulty there.
That was actually really, really bad from Champlain.
I like the Bastion. I mean, Winston just no longer play game. We're probably like.
They forced the Winston swap once this fight's over.
He's gonna not get too discouraged because we're just gonna get Reaper ult. There's nothing he can do.
And EMP Reaper ult's an El
5K
Clasico.
from Jon. The
John absolutely gets a pretty free 5K, to be honest. It's a big Reaper ult, but at the same time, Champlain had really no counterplay.
Especially with the 3-second ability lockout that EMP now has. There's just
that
nothing
monkey's
you
in
can
a
do.
terrible spot. He's gonna have to burn ult if he wants to live.
Yeah, we do see the primal coming out from the side of Thunderbirds as I'm thinking they can still burn this monkey.
Yeah, this monkey is not high health here, but Z-Luck's gonna just barely go down in time, and it looks like the monkey will survive. No, it won't. And Champlain is in a turnable position, actually.
Yeah, with Ian just like in this space, able to just burn down anyone close, forcing the Wraith as well. I believe they can chase this.
Yeah.
They won't. Well, they won't get the cap, but we're in a place where at least we built our ults back. We're no longer at the insane deficit that we were. If anything, it's almost mirror situation now. I'm so surprised
again.
we're back on D.Va.
Well, they swapped to Bastion, I guess, so it technically soaks
it still
up more
does
damage.
nothing. I like.
You're a hater.
I'm such a hater of D.Va here. What does it do? It just loses to Mei. Like, it loses to Sig.
But Champlain's going to start this fight off here probably instantly, with the Bastion.
Yeah, just the Bastion ult. I mean, Ian will get dove here by the big Tracer, also known as D.Va, but the hero, like even with that's all of DM. Really big 2K boost there from Dusk is a little 3K into the fight from Dusk actually.
And Champlain's going to pick that fight up pretty much for free.
4K from Dusk that fight.
Dusk with a Lucio 4K?
Love to see that.
You love to see it. And Champlain again with a massive ult advantage. Hopefully, unlike last time they had a massive ult advantage, they will not burn 3 ults on literally nothing.
Like maybe I'm an insane hater, but I think D.Va is they're just selling the map. Like
I think it might be a little bit of a sell, but Champlain's been pretty good on capitalizing off of it as well. So we'll see what Champlain can do here. The more
early
ult was
flux
invested.
here from Zulz. I think Ian wasn't actually in position for that, but they should be able to clean up with the window. Wow. As like D.Va's just not in the fight anymore.
And it's an automatic loss pretty much there. I also want to compliment Dusk on that insane Lucio positioning.
Yeah.
He got enough time to just play the point, and then immediately when Sombra dove him, he just said, no, boop, get off me. Get off me, Sombra. You're not a real person. You're a fake person.
Yeah.
You're not a real character without your ult. I don't need to care about you.
I've been saying that. And now we have to care Reaper ult. They're getting close to EMP, but like it's a tough push in. We have beat for the Reaper ult. Lucio low having to touch onto the point. Nate picking up the shot onto the Reaper as we are now just using beat to secure, which I like. We just have to care Reaper ult here. Just force the Reaper, force the Reaper. You know he wants to ult, so you just kill him first.
I mean,
no Wraith.
I don't think they're going to invest Reaper ult here.
I wouldn't
it's
invest
a dumb
either.
fight. And Champlain
I
going to
also
pick up...
wouldn't pick D.Va. I'm still mad. I'm still hating.
Yeah?
I'm hating. Why D.Va?
I mean, listen. You are against May and Sigma and Lucio. It's pretty hard to push in as D.Va. That being said, though, Champlain at an ultimate disadvantage here going into this next point, and with a pretty long rotation ahead of Champlain as well.
I'd like to see how Champlain wants to mitigate this EMP Reaper. It's a really devastating combo. It's almost like hard to live. So I think it's like if I'm them, it's a split push, right? Like you just don't want it to kill your whole core.
Yeah, if this Sombra Reaper ult's massive, I mean, the fight's over.
Or we just hit a Miracle Rock.
A Miracle Rock could happen. The Sombra could get found out by
so Reaper playing closely. I mean, they scout Reaper early. They know it's coming.
They know it's coming. But a Champlain.
But like, how do you? Just the 3-second lockout. It just doesn't even give you time to put lamp down.
Yeah, there's really nothing Champlain could have done there. Zulus actually needs to die faster. He needs to really just die and jump off the cliff.
We do have an environmental death from Zeluk, completely normal and warranted this time.
Yeah,
but
this time...
I still love to point him out.
Yeah, Zeluk has actually not jumped off the map yet this series, so...
Yeah.
Good start from Champlain. That is going to happen eventually, though. It's a guarantee.
It's a guarantee.
But
it always arrives.
Oh, very, very early.
Really early Bastion ult is... I think the call is what? Force Fade and then Mail? I was going to say Force Lamp, but they don't have a May. I mean, they don't have a BAP.
Yo, this Reaper needs to get punished here. Yeah,
good
there we go.
Wall
Great
from
wall.
Nate, just cutting him off.
This should be a Reaper pick here.
There's no Wraith on him. And now we're actually Mailting backwards.
I actually really like that. Instantly counters the...
We aren't able to kill the Reaper, though. I think Zulz gets a little split from his team. It was just a decision to walk back and mail, and Zulz unfortunately dying to the Reaper.
Champlain's very, very disorganized here. They need to come back as a full force here.
Zeluk picking up the Sombra, one Beazle, more like one Bozo, dying early there.
An aggressive D.Va ult gets Bobo, but it's looking... Champlain can turn this. This is a great window, actually, from Zeluk. A little bit off the point, though, so it's kind of hard to play around here, but Champlain's going to stall out.
A little tough, but...
what is that melody coming out from Champlain? Champlain's investing a lot here for a fight that might not even be winnable. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest.
will fall low, but it's going to be really tough unless they're able to pick up either the Reaper or the...
Yeah, Champlain is... They need to touch if they're going to do it here, and they are.
Yeah, Moira half. No fade on the Moira. Technically winnable if Zeluk can manage both staying alive and pocketing his tank. Big beat in there from Will. They need to walk with this. They cannot keep sitting on this choke. They have to
push in. They're going in on Moira here. They need to find a pick.
Moira. They get their lamp forces. They're stuck in the eternal corner of sadness.
It looks like Champlain's not going to be able to turn here. And
we're going to a 0.5.
We're going to a 0.5, and we're down a massive ult advantage here. Champlain, again, with very questionable ult economy usage.
The one silver lining is we did force the Sombra ult.
They still have 4 ults.
But like at least we're not walking into EMP.
Fair enough. Again, I do have to highlight here on the Champlain side that our ult economy has been pretty awful for this map. We've been using ults in places that are not winnable. And I think if we're going to come in this map 5, which is going to be a tight squeeze here, we're down a lot. Champlain's going to have to be much more... We're going to have to get much more value out of these ults. Much, much more value. So Champlain's going to look to try not to get instantly blown up by a giant Reaper ult. And Champlain actually does have the resources to stop it. Without EMP, there's Lamp, there's Boop, there's... just blowing him up before he even really gets any value from it. There's a lot you can do against it.
It is much harder to Reaper ult into this comp, especially with the fast mail
they went
from
fast!
Nate.
Very, very nice from Champlain, as long as nobody dies to that.
Yeah.
That's actually an instant D.Va ult waste, and Champlain gonna trade 1-for-1 with a really dominant fight win.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're playing D.Va, like, in theory, like, one of your big things is, like, don't let the mail hit the ground.
Yeah, and
if you're gonna play D.Va, like...
And so I think that was actually a miscommunication from him and his team, because his team died and he just kind of mailed it to remech, but that was actually a pretty large mistake, and Champlain going to capitalize. The ults are now almost balanced here, 3 and 3 pretty much.
Yeah, I'd like to see a fast flux here from Zulz if they can figure out where they're coming from. He sees the drop, and it's an immediate flux. Picking up the Lucio. Look at the Lucio. They do force B, and Zulz needs to get back to his team now. Now he's going to be split. He needs to be able to kite back, and I believe his team will be there to help him out.
No, I think Zulz is unfortunately... Oh, he got you got the shift up, but...
it was just a lot of split attention there from Baja, like almost necessarily so, where they had to...
D.Va's out of mech, though. It's in theory winnable if Zulz can start finding some value.
If Zulz can kill this Reaper.
It's not looking like it, though. This is looking almost...
Good E from Zulz. They can stabilize a little off of that. He just needs to hit a big rock combo. That's the way you win this fight. Unfortunately, with it not hitting, I think it's just done.
Okay, Champlain gonna jump off the map here. It was a tough fight.
70% is good. They do have to walk into this EMP Reaper combo that they've just saved. The Reaper just never ulted.
What I'm hoping here is Champlain realizes that this next fight is going to be an almost guaranteed loss, and they push fast.
It's just so hard with the way this game mode is set up. Is losing this fight gives them an almost impossible touch on the next one, unless they just lose immediately.
Yeah, they have to go faster. They found Reaper. They know it's coming.
Just run. I mean, they're going to DM the Reaper in.
A great save beat there. Only one down for Champlain, but Champlain has to figure out how to get back on this fight.
Yeah, I mean, with the D.Va inting onto Ian, it's going to be tough for him to live. They are able to pick up the Bastion and the Reaper.
It's a 3v3 here.
It's a 3v3 on point.
And Champlain has health bar advantage here. Can Champlain figure it out?
Lucio as well. Lucio low. That's a bomb for the enemy team, as they should be able to just split that out.
I don't think it's going to get any value here, but Zulz has to be careful. If Zulz dies, this fight is over. He needs to be careful here and play with his team.
Oh, good. Picking up the Moira, as I think that will be enough for them to... A big 2K from Zulz, just limboing on the 80 HP, somehow winning that fight.
An incredible fight from Champlain. Dusk with
Baja finally finding an answer for that EMP Reaper, which is what they kind of had to do.
Dusk sitting back, waiting for the big double ult combination and beating here. And this is going to be a frantic touch here.
I like the call to just... Flux early, pick up the Reaper. That's a guaranteed numerical advantage here for Baja. As Ian's just going to Bastion ult the point.
And it's going to be a Champlain win on this one.
A nice little 2K from the Bastion ult. And Champlain, a bit shaky, but in the end, just figuring out what they needed to do to win that map.
That is a back-breaking loss for the Thunderbirds. An amazing win for Champlain.
If I lost that.
That was an insane back-and-forth map with Champlain and Thunderbirds just throwing everything at each other. And I would really like to highlight how good Dusk played on this map. Dusk was out of control on this.
This double boop here. I believe this is the 4K, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it is as well. I think this.
I hope we get all 4 kills in the clip. Picking up 2, punching, 4.
Bang! But Dusk countered the Somber Reaper ult, which was the key part of that fight. And Champlain, through pure mechanical skill, somehow caused their way back from a 4v5 disadvantage with an ult disadvantage, and with a bunch of hero plays coming out from virtually every member of the team. And I could say that was an incredibly impressive win on the third map of the game.
And now we go to push.
Push. This game mode is something.
It's honestly not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's pretty bad.
I like it.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty bad.
That's good. So, I think they just need to emulate whatever Teal did. Well, whatever Teal did on push in their series, they just need to do that.
Champlain Teal, the team that won just before this, they were cooking in this series. So
they were cooking.
They were in the kitchen cooking up, as they say. So I believe, moving on to push here, the Champlain machine, as they say.
The Champlain apparatus.
They love their Ilariana comps on this map. Or Alana. Alana comps. Yeah, Alana, my favorite Overwatch hero. Alari Bap or Alariana. That is their bread and butter on these maps.
Yeah, I've seen it before. I'm interested in what they'll run here.
Yeah, it also depends on the map choice, because we haven't really seen a ban yet, or if there's going to be a weird pick, or if we're always just going to see
I believe
Circuit Royale
Baja does.
time.
I mean, there's 3 maps. Baja will get to ban 1. I assume they ban New Queen Street only because I've never seen them play it. But
I've
maybe
seen them play
Coliseum?
it twice, so I think they ban Coliseo as their perma usually.
That's fair. That map's pretty bad.
So it's either Coliseo or New Queen Street, and their favorite is Circuit. So we'll see if they end up getting Circuit, which would be
how would they get Circuit?
The enemy team likes to play Circuit, and they don't really care.
Circuit, the escort map.
Oh. Yeah, my game knowledge is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Circuit was a push map, it would look kind of cool. Look, think of it, like imagine that high ground on second point Circuit is both sides of the push map, and you're just eternally in pain.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would hereby like to apologize for my previous words, and we are going to be going to New Queen Street almost certainly.
NQS,
yes,
a little bit of NQS.
This map is weird for Champlain.
I don't know if we're necessarily going because the enemy team hasn't said their pick yet, and they have choice.
They do, but
are we lead or are they lead?
We're lead. We're lead, and I think they DM Yara.
Oh, so we don't get the insight.
No, there's no insight.
We're just like you at home.
No insight.
We're insightless.
We're
insightless. We're insightless milestones.
Shout out Insight Milestones.
Shout out Insight Milestones.
The Champlain College Milestones. Anyway, I want to talk to you about potential comps for this map. Because this map's weird.
Yeah, assuming we go to New Queen Street, I saw Baja yesterday running Doom on a Kiri, like Echo Sombra.
Yeah, this map is weird. Like, I have seen some crazy stuff. I've seen like Torb Tracer to counter the enemy Doomfist and like make his life miserable. And it's like,
Thank God Malga's not on.
like all
That
I'm
hero
gonna
was busted.
I had just like, this map is weird. To be honest, y'all, we're probably gonna get a very fun map coming up because this map is always turbulent. There's always crazy stuff happening. I've actually seen all three Champlain teams favor like the Doomfist comps on this map. So we'll see if we end up getting the Zul's
I don't mind
Fist.
the Doom here. I mean, Blue even has we have the Pocket Zarya pick on this map. The Zarya Genji gonna goes crazy.
That was crazy, I will say. Sadly, you couldn't win that series, but that was crazy.
Yeah, winning is hard.
I mean, Baja's starting off pretty strong on this win
they're
column.
up 2-1. Where this is a first to 4, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct. Is a best of 7 first to 4, so we could potentially be going the distance. We could potentially be finishing in 2 maps.
Like, I'm sorry, that's like 12 words per minute.
Anyway, it looks like Champlain. It looks like Champlain's gonna be getting ready to go into this map here. Both teams have given the R.
Person best of 7.
BO7. Production is indeed getting flamed by him, not me. He does not represent my opinion. We are going to be going into game here actually right now, and we will get the comps once they get finalized here. Hopefully some interesting stuff. I'd love to see something that isn't Ryan, Lucio, Bastion, May, Bab. That would be...
Well, you don't like Ryan Bastion and Lucio Maybab?
Well, it's fun for a while.
But I want some ingenuity. I want some creativity.
Yeah, let's let the creative teams...
I want to see some Roadhog.
Okay, maybe not. I would love to see some enemy team Roadhog so we could win the map for free.
Oh, we saw some enemy team Diva.
Maybe
I'm a hater.
You're just hating again. Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby like to proclaim that Mark Yu-Yo Davis is a hater. Production
is typing.
They are typing to us one letter at a time currently.
It's crazy they're regressing somehow.
Yeah. It gets worse with every
bro, I thought we were at the bottom of the barrel and bro pulled out a drill.
Moving on. Champlain about to start off the map. We got 10 seconds left coming in. Comps currently are the Diva comp running back for Thunderbirds and
from what I was told, I thought they ran this with Queen. I don't know if like they're not feeling the Freddie Mercury right now or like what's going on, but
it's been like it's weird. I mean, Boboxel on the legs. 1 2 1 2 on the legs here. Gonna be taking an off angle almost certainly. Yep, here it is.
Yeah.
Flanking on him. Gonna put some pressure on this Moira. Probably force her to duck and get no value.
You would think like Ian is probably their primary target in this dive as well, so he has to be a little careful with how wide this off angle is that he plays. But I like these walls from Nate. Like I was saying, like you're not really necessarily splitting someone in their comp. You're just like splitting one angle of them. You just wall a couple of them like just off from you. As he barely steals the map. Unfortunately, we do lose Z-Lock.
It's actually still an extremely
Nate
close
just
fight.
hitting headshot after headshot is maybe even turnable here. Baja just fights fast.
It's actually really close here. This fight's incredibly competitive here. Champlain needs to figure out Nate's to get a quick pick though if they want to stay in it, which I don't think they're going to get.
Yeah, it might just be the Moira is just a little bit. Oh, but Zul's actually able to pick up the Reaper. We have Amp heal in a second. With the eat means that Zul's can actually sustain a little into this fight. Zul's does fall, but I mean Baja has the numbers here to just recontest that, if I'm not mistaken. Like even without the tank, like
it's a little risky. I think they also Thunderbirds.
Yeah, it's fair to not go.
It's a pretty competitive first fight. There's not a lot of value.
Immediate swap onto the Bastion.
Makes sense. There's a Diva on the enemy team, so you kind of have to play with your team more.
Like, if I'm them, I'm not even picking Bastion. I'm picking Sim.
This is a really slow second fight here. I'd like to see Champlain get in there before.
Yeah, I like the flank from upper, just looking for a wall split. Just take control of the bot. Even if they're not getting a split, they're just hitting a nice rock there. Actually, Cole comes in from behind from the side of Thunderbirds, but I believe they're gonna just be able to bunker this one out on the cart. They do lose Ian. No fade from the side of Thunderbirds. Now it's just about cleanup from Baja, making sure we're not trading anymore. Just finishing off these picks, playing on the cart.
Yeah, Champlain actually Baja really needs to get this fight win here. And they need to get it faster. Like they really need to pick off this Diva as quick as they can.
Really, it's just about like you get that initial pick and then you just bunker cart. Like your comp just lives on cart. Just stack.
Forever.
Stack is 5. Put your BAP next to your Lucio. Just be happy.
Yeah, I'm about to say, despite Boboxel going down first here, it's actually still a great fight win from Champlain. And I like this little angle here we got. This is really hard to dive for
Yeah,
the
they just put
Diva
themselves in
Reaper.
that corner. Early flux here, I think. Oh, thank God we pick up someone there. I thought we were going to be getting a little Brutimus.
I was a very, very early flux. It does somehow get the Somber pick.
Yeah.
Wait, this Diva committed way too hard earlier.
And a nice freeze out from Nate. Should be able to pick up these last kills as well. I like the beat from Will. I think they have to secure here. Getting this fight win means they can probably get capture point or at least close to it. So I think it's worth to just...
Yeah.
There are some fights on push that are unironically worth to just like overcommit to just because of how important that map positioning is.
Yeah, it is. And I think Champlain's going to overinvest ults. I think what they're pretty much saying to each other is, we're going to lose to Somber Reaper ult. They haven't used it yet.
Yeah.
There's no way we're winning the next fight. Let's try and get as much value
we
as
are
we
not beating that.
like, we are not that guy as a collective group against Reaper Somber ult. So let's get the point in. Let's see if we can get the capture point.
I mean, I like the wall split. Like,
that actually only got one here from Champlain.
Yeah, if Champlain could, like, kite and get a pick, or even just kite, like...
Oh, no, Zila going down to it to Reaper there, pretty much instantly losing
like,
the fight.
Champlain not, like, full losing that fight means they get a way earlier recontest.
Yeah, it's going to be an instant recontest. They're probably not going to get too much value from
Ian's swapping over to the cast, trying to get a little disrupty. I still think, unironically, the pick is Sim May. I think Diva just falls apart to Sim May.
Yeah, I think, though, the Cassidy here gets...
The cast is good. It forces the Reaper a lot more often, and the more you... Like, a lot of the win condition for Baja here is just force Wraith and then chase the Reaper once he's not in Wraith anymore.
Yeah, and the Reaper here has such
and the Reaper's just gone.
Yeah. Not a lot of fun there.
Ian will get Coal Rush there. It's a little hard for him to live, especially on the cast.
And Zila
as
going
one
down as
Beazle
well.
Picking up 2 for the side of Thunderbirds is trading back with Dust.
A very even fight, but the issue is Zula's health bar is extremely low.
Yeah, the issue is getting hacked.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Nate can get this Blizzard.
Oh, doesn't get the block off, and Champlain's just gonna have to walk back here and give them the capture point.
Will actually somehow living this fight is crazy.
Yeah, he gets out there, but Champlain's gonna secede the capture point, and they're gonna recontest here. Almost certainly, I'd like to see from Champlain a little bit more aggressiveness here. They're sort of just letting the tempo getting decided for them when they really need to.
Yeah, if you let yourself sit still and get hit by that enemy team, it is not good. You just need to force someone out so that they can't hit consistently, and then you can anchor pull.
The Diva Bomb gets shield cooldown.
I think we're gonna get hacked out of this flux here, as unfortunately Zools does get that canceled. We do, however, still force the beat from the side of the Thunderbirds, so we still kind of get, you know, some
Champlain's
of that.
really split. They've got to figure out how to.
But they can probably pick up this Lucio on cart. Now it's just stack. Like the enemy team's running, they're scared,
They need to get the enemy team off card here.
Nate
They're
rough.
not regrouping. Champlain kind of letting this fight go a little bit. They really need to just stay together as
Picking
5
up the Moira
people.
is big. It should be enough.
Okay, Champlain's going to pick up the fight. A little messy on the back end of that fight. I think Bobo XL wanted to flank, and Champlain's decision was kind of split there. But they'll pick up the fight win. Ults are super duper favorite to Champlain right now.
Yeah.
The thing that's worrying me is the Moira Cole is getting way too much value.
Yeah, we're close on that EMP on the side of Thunderbird, so it's a little bit worrisome.
Yeah, but Champlain's gonna have 5 people here. It's gonna be a pretty easy first contest.
Yeah, I think
here.
it's just like, let's just put Ian like far away with a window is probably the move.
I believe Zul's
good hiding for beat there from Will is really big. That means they just instantly negate that EMP, and them using EMP without the Reaper means like their combo that they've been really relying on to like turn fights and ult economy is just no longer on the board for Thunderbirds.
This fight should be pretty good for Champlain here. They've just wasted EMP, which means there's a lot of value to be gotten from Champlain on all their other effects. Diva out of mech. This is actually a little bit scary here.
Yeah, now they just need to stack. Like, good. I think we have high noon from Ian as well to just force this space. I really like that. He is going to get hacked out of it. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to be kept up.
Oh, they are not going to be able to get kept up.
Champlain falling low here and actually not getting the capture point is
really bad.
Really rough, actually.
I would have loved to see Zul's hopping Flux there, but he didn't end up pulling the trigger on that one. And I think Champlain, once again, having some trouble grouping up as a team and getting picks there. They got Diva out of mech early, and then it just kind of seemed like they kind of fell apart.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 cooldowns they really have to care and track, and that's like both fades, whether it's Reaper or Moira. Because once one of those is used, you have to. He's gonna get hacked out of flux again. He just can't afford to walk in with it. Like if you flux, then you sit on a corner and like dodge the hack. Like it's like I say this again, they get the value out of the flux that they needed. Like it sucks that it got canceled, but like. It got them the space, you know what I mean?
I like Champlain's aggressiveness on some of these ult combinations. What I really don't like is Champlain seems to go really early some of these ults. Like we saw it last map with the Bastion ult, but this time we're seeing like very, very, very early ult pushes from Champlain before they're even in range.
I don't even mind the fast flux though. Like I think that was good. A really good kill from Zluck onto the Reaper, just canceling Blossom, and now good marking from Will. I mean, this is my favorite part about Will's Lucio. Is just the ability to mark those flanks and angles. It's something he's really good at. His wall riding mechanics are very good. He can just shut them down. And now Baja in position to take the lead here, assuming they're able to get this.
They're getting over the line, I believe, and Champlain's going to push the advantage here. Baja's played really well on the second part of this map.
Yeah, they have the window to play into, and I think it's just...
But still has to be very careful here. Instantly marked
good land from Zluck just to keep him up low. Now they just kind of have to kite and give the space. They will get mech.
It's going to be close here.
Unfortunately, Lucio's forcing points, so they're actually not getting lead right now.
They actually need to kite back here, but it looks like Champlain's not going to be able to do it. Even though the Lucio fight is still happening on card.
It's still happening on fight, but that's like a crazy play from British Dino. Just... Champlain, by all means, like deserved to get lead off that fight. You know what I mean? But their Lucio just went to point, and Champlain, I guess, like didn't recognize it, and they don't get cap off that, which actually puts them in a. It's not good for them here.
Yeah, actually, I would have loved to see the Cassidy swapped onto a different character to punish the Diva more, because I feel like the Diva is over aggressing really hard.
Yeah, I mean,
as I say that, of course, he gets a pick. And immediately, the Reaper's actually in a terrible position.
They force rate, they have beat. Just walk. Kill the Reaper,
They're going to walk onto the Reaper. They should be pretty free.
Shoot bro.
No, Zulz is dropping really low. Where's the rest of Champlain to punish? I don't know what happened there.
I think they go to bot because they're worried about cap, which it's understandable. I'm surprised. So just a little bit of a shaky fight. The enemy team forced bot. We got kind of split about what we wanted to do, which is fine. It happens. We win the fight. We have ults. Only using beat for that fight. It was a really good aggressive beat from Will.
Champlain, they need to get this fight win.
They need to finish off.
They need to finish this fight. This is way too long of a stall for Champlain.
Dude,
they have
British Dino. Get bro. Thank you.
Okay. British Dino actually stalling forever there. Champlain's, this is going to be almost final fight territory.
They're playing into EMP Reaper.
It's pretty much done with no...
They need to hide half their team. They need to hide Josh with Lamp, I think, is the only way to...
I don't think they're going to do that, sadly, as they haven't shown that they've been doing that recently.
So. They hit beat, so like maybe the neurons are connecting.
Hopefully, but it looks like Zluck is actually in a pretty decent spot to tank this.
Yeah, he did hide.
Where's the Reaper ult?
It was in their core, but Zluck hid it top with Lamp to live, which is actually very big.
It's a really close fight.
Zluck. The Flux Mail might be enough to turn it back for sure. No, it's not.
And it's looking like this is a rough map from Champlain.
Yeah.
A little bit disorganized in a lot of these fights, which is very worrisome for Champlain. I don't think there's a contest available for Champlain, so it looks like we are going to be going to a 2-2 series.
2-2 series. It's rough. That one fight where the Lucio just went card, I think if they just either all killed card as a team or given up on card and all gone backline, they just had to make a decision. Instead, they stayed split. It was just really unlucky.
Unfortunate for Champlain there, but great play from Thunderbirds to pick up this fourth map, and series is looking real competitive as per usual.
Yeah.
And Champlain, the two things I'd really like to see coming out of this map is if Bobo XL is not going to be playing Bastion or Legs, I'd love to see something that deals with this sort of aggressive diva monkey comps much better.
Sim or the monkey you can like go to Bastion, he just dies.
Sim would be great.
If they're playing diva, just play Sim.
Yeah, play Sim. I'd also Reaper is fine for me. Even though
it's doable,
it still does a lot of damage to the Diva. I'd love to see that Diva get punished more, as I feel as though the Diva is playing very aggressively, consistently, and it's not a character that lives for that long once, you throw a bajillion amount of damage onto it. And moving on to this final map, or not final map, we're not a best of 5, we're in a best of 7, actually. Moving on to this next map, I would love to see what Champlain's going to do here, because they're in a very weird scenario where you just won the previous 2 maps, but you lost your momentum on this most recent map. What do you end up, what you figured out that you're best when you're setting the tempo, but you also want to play Sigma, who's kind of like a low tempo, sort of just kind of sits there character. What would you do if you were Champlain? Would you say, all right, heck to the Sigma, let's go play more aggressive, let's go set the tempo?
I mean, if I'm looking at that comp, it's Ryan and Sim May. Sit on point.
Sit on point, take the aggressive fights. I think Champlain looked their best, honestly, when they were setting the tempo. So we'll see what they end up doing here. We do not have a confirmation on the next map.
Well, you got Sim, you're like TP baiting EMPs, you're TPing out of EMPs, you're burning the Diva. There's a bunch of stuff that's available.
So we'll see what Champlain opts for. I would love, personally, Because we're on escort now, I think,
Mhm.
right? Because we're on map 5. I believe that's escort. So I mean,
I think if possible, yeah, we are on escort. I was gonna say oh, actually, are we going in already? Are we speedy, or is that the previous messages?
I think that's previous.
I was gonna say maybe we toss it to a quick break to let the casters, me, go grab a lemonade because I'm thirsty.
I think they're just running it. Actually, sadly for you.
Are they running it?
Oh yeah, they're running it.
No, yeah, we're sending it in.
We're sending it. We are
Hydration is for
sending it.
losers.
We are sending it in to this next map, which is Circle Royale. This is a Champlain Classic. Baja loves this map. This is what we were talking about earlier. You know, when I really figured out.
Yo, someone at the watch party that will hear this in 3 minutes should go get me a lemonade.
You're using your influence and your position for evil deeds.
Not evil deeds, for maximum hydration.
I think you are abusing your authority as a caster to get something that you should be getting when there is a bio break.
Yeah, but like bio breaks are for those who are not casting because we are the voice of the people.
We are the voice.
We're the voice of the people, and with that role, the people need to supply the voice of the people with lemonade.
I hear the vibes are immaculate, seemingly.
The vibes are up.
And this is what I was talking about. This Alari Bap comp from Champlain is an El Clasico. This is what I think Champlain's bread and butter is. Mm-hmm. They get to poke extremely efficiently. They're going to have a ton of damage coming on. And with this very long-range sniper-esque map, I think Champlain's going to have this advantage with even more damage. Just tons of damage.
I know Baja VODed this map recently. I'm really excited to see what they do here to kind of like show that progress from the VOD. It's going to be a lot about pushing, a lot about Zul's not getting lost in Never Never Land.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. 5 seconds to the map start for Champlain.
Something Baja fighting.
That is a 12-second cooldown from Bobo XL gone before the map has even started. And now we'll see
we're heading in.
We'll see what's going on here for Champlain. Of course, classic positioning taken for both teams immediately.
Yeah, just play this corner slow, force off high. We're going to see a dynamite here. Yep. Angle from Ian, probably.
Very annoying spot for the Ash, especially because dynamite just gets so much value for both teams here if played correctly.
Yeah. Nice, and they pick up the 6 so early. That means Zul's is just going to walk to this high ground for free.
Yeah, this is actually...
Hanzo 1, just... Bro's enjoying the ambiance of life, has no idea that there is a Sigma with hypergravitic spheres just on him.
Yeah, that was, I mean, the moment the enemy Sigma goes down, it's
I actually don't know how Bro died so fast. I assume it was like a Widow headshot. Or no, we don't have a Widow.
Ash.
I assume it was like Ash headshot plus Sojourn Rail plus like Bro was just went from being on the map to no longer being on the map.
I mean, that's how it goes when you're playing against Poke. I mean, 1 second you're on the map, 2 seconds later, you've got 4 headshots from 3 sniper characters, and you're dead.
Yeah. You know, Champlain has completely opened up this angle too. It's gonna be really hard to walk into.
Contest for Thunderbirds here.
They do actually hit the nade. They're running Ana Mercy of all things.
Oh, Dusk gets picked really early. That's actually really bad for Champlain. And now they have to play really, really up tempo.
They're still healing Z-Luck, but they are able to pick off the Sig again, which means they kind of just have free reign of standing on this point.
They need to push it
faster. Zul's just needs to sit on the point. Oh, my bro is spinning. Mercy went to the stratosphere trying to get that res off. Luckily, Nate is not... Like, doesn't get motion sick easily, I guess?
I respect that. That is like... I mean, that was like 10,000 DPI
Yeah,
spin.
like, bro just hit... Like, unironically flipped the switch.
That was incredible. But Champlain taking a very, very, very early lead here.
Yeah, they're on a really interesting comp. I don't think I've ever seen someone run on a Mercy on purpose on this map.
That is an interesting one. I'm very surprised that they're opting for Ana Mercy when it's pretty hard to, you know, keep tempo.
Yeah, like they do get, like, I mean, we saw they got a little bit of value off of the anti-heal, but...
Oh, early...
Captive Sun from Japeth, also known as Z-Luck. I'm not sure that it really gets much, but it does. I mean, they hold space with it at a bare minimum.
Bobo XL
Ian just weaving in and out of the shields.
Bobo XL said, "I'm actually the GOAT here. Let me show you how to kite around Sigma barrier."
Yeah, I mean, like they split the enemy team Sigma so hard there that now they can just clean up these kills with there being no protective barrier in the way to keep them up.
This is looking rough.
This is a roll.
They're on a roll actually.
But unironically on this map, the 2-point roll here is really common. It's about how fast you convert this third point. This third point teams are known to get stalled really hard on it.
I like his initial really aggressive angle here.
I like his initial angle if there's someone with him.
Z-Luck with the classic Z-Luck angle taking.
I don't think it was bad, like unironically.
I think it might have been over-aggressive without a fellow teammate to back him up. And Champlain, though, got the point.
Yeah, they have the window from Will here if they need it.
I have bad news for the Thunderbirds. This actually point's already taken from Champlain.
Yeah,
Even
point's
if you win
been
this,
capped.
You don't really get a lot of value.
Died out of his flux as well, so they're not getting the value out of that.
Actually, Champlain's won this fight.
Yeah, they've won the fight as well. The enemy team is swapping over to dive, I believe, like slowly here, because I'm seeing the Lucio Moira.
Oh, my Lord.
As Womboso dying again.
That was actually a lot of ult invested from Thunderbirds, and they didn't actually win the fight, which is really, really good for Champlain.
Yeah, they're back on the Sombra Reaper.
This is the death zone, though. This third point, right here, but the moment they hit the center of the map, center of the third point, it's really hard to push from.
We could get the Z-Luck Brig here. It'd go crazy.
There's so much oppressive high ground for the defense to use.
We just flip map. Like, I'm not sure we have scouting on where they are, but if I'm Baja, like, we're just flipping map under into that room. I mean, for now, it's just gonna be. I think Josh is just taking an angle, which is okay. Him and Ian.
Someone is really deep in there.
I actually can't tell what's going on in this fight. We did lose two.
I think there was a lot of over-aggressing from.
I don't know if it was over-aggressing or just like a confusion on rotation or something.
I mean, Champlain gets a lot of value with in terms of cart pushing.
Yeah, I mean, they'll get a lot of damage onto this Winston with the Sojourn as well. Like, they have the poke to force the enemy out. It's just about like holding the right angles and not accidentally like walking into like a straight kill box. The Z-Luck just
actually Monkey not getting any support.
They can just flip under now. They just walk into this little room and they push the cart like out of this little room. Honestly, chase the Moira, flip onto her. Like,
this actually is really, really tough now for.
But they just can't get stuck in this corner. They need to walk all the way in. Playing here is actually such bait. Yeah, good. Just walk inside.
And now, actually, this is a really rough situation here. Bob coming out from Champlain.
Should force the Moira as well. Lucio's low. Ian can just walk in the cart.
Zul's getting ate alive by this Moira ult, though.
Oh, they just keep getting stuck in this area. Just don't play in this corner here to point. Like, just walk past it.
Wait, Champlain, they've almost seen on the point.
Yeah, like, Ian has almost single-handedly just walked the point in.
If the Moira fades here, they actually lose the point immediately.
Yeah, the Moira has to continue touching us. They do get the Winston back. I'm not sure if Baja is able to do anything with it, but, like, they just need to rotate. Like, unironically, if they just walk past that like corner of doom where they keep getting hit by the Winston and just either all flip the map or like all make a decision. I like the Bastion out from Ian. Like, I think it's a good play to burn the Winston. They are okay. They immediately swap Diva.
Yeah, I will say though they do have the ult combo of doom against Champlain here.
And there's really not much.
There's nothing Champlain
that Baja can do to stop. Like, I think it's just like goodbye Ian. Like, I think they'll just EMP Reaper roll the Bastion on this corner. I'd like to see maybe Nate and Zillock taking high right side.
Yeah, especially in this little corner here. This is an.
I mean, the Sombra's actually put herself in a really bad spot there.
That was actually a miscommunication there. I think Sombra was supposed to.
I think she was supposed to EMP, but the Reaper wasn't close.
Yeah.
Baja has the opportunity just to force some space here and turn it. They kill the Moira. Unfortunately, the EMP does just cancel any hope of living there.
Okay, well, Champlain is guaranteed lost that point.
Yeah, guaranteed lost. There's nothing they'll do to win the fight. They do demek the Diva, so maybe it's just a... By the way, Zul's doing so much damage.
Zul's and Z-Luck combining for 4! Combining for 5!
Possibly. And with the Moira low. Moira no fade.
Z-Luck and Zul's are absolutely going insane here.
Zul's needs to eat. Back and flux, back and flux, back and flux, back up and flux, back up and flux.
Will they get it? And they've got the reinforcements. This is free for Z-Luck, and Z-Luck and friends pushing in here, actually.
Yeah, big pick onto the Reaper as well. Captive Stun going to come online here from Z-Luck. Kicking up onto the Moira. She is Sunshot, as she should be able to get triggered here. She does force fade, as now they've fallen 2 to the Sombra. I think it's still turnable for Baja, but... Oh, unfortunately, they just fall back into the trap of Moira. Reaper never died. God, I really thought that was winnable.
That was an unbelievable, almost 2v5 from Z-Luck and Zul's. I thought that was the capping fight, but Champlain just cannot get the cart over the line.
Yeah, we're back kind of in this position like we talked about of, how do I explain this? Like, this third point's just hard. Like, high grounds are hard. It's like your rotations not like have to be like not just perfect, but like intentional.
Yes.
Like, you need to put yourself on a place on the map where this comp can't just run you down and die. Luckily, they're not close on the Reaper road. They are building EMP fast, but the burn onto the Diva means they can just walk here. Just put 5 on point, make them have to come touch.
That's what they're doing. Champlain's forcing this. Reaper instantly
And they
burns
force Rage.
Phase. That's
Kill
a
Reaper.
massive
3,
cool.
2, 1. Reaper low. And you can just kill Reaper here. Will just marking the Somber. Ian quickly picking up the pick onto the Reaper. That is EMP, but I don't believe there's much follow-up from the side of Thunderbirds. Ian able to get into turret form as well means that D.Va is probably going to get burned. No translocator from the side of Thunderbirds means another pickup from the side of Champlain. May ult onto the point. Flux going to be coming online soon for Zuzla as well. We're seeing ults come on like Window and Beat that Baja will be able to utilize here to force this capture off. Bomb out from the side of Thunderbirds. Window coming in from Z-Luck. Flux online now from Zools as the D.Va is brought up into the air. We're going to see the beat out from Dusk as well as Champlain looking to clean up this fight, picking up the D.Va, picking up the Somber, now looking to mitigate this beat out from the side of Thunderbirds. No fade onto the enemy team as now Champlain just needs to clean up with this focus fire. We have a Bastion ult coming out from Ian right onto the card, just forcing Thunderbirds to have to get off so they can continue capping. The Reaper on the left side from Thunderbirds looking to get some value, but Champlain is able to clean up and capture the point in overtime, and we're moving on to defense.
That was a fight and a half there with it all contained in that little basement. Champlain showing that they can get those early picks, but there is a big issue.
We're taking a tack pause.
There is a tack pause going to be taken here by the Thunderbirds here, and I will say, great job from Champlain to cap those 3 points. What was really worrying was they were winning those fights, but they could not get those final kills. They would be up 2 people, 3 people, but somehow not be able to kill that stubborn Moira, that stubborn Lucio, the stubborn Reaper. And I really need to see Champlain get a little bit more clean in some of these fights, hit a little bit more shots when it's time to clean up. Especially moving into the defense side of map. If they don't get clean fights here, they get a lot of value taken from them very quickly on this map.
The benefit is, I believe, our first hold has always been historically strong.
Yeah.
And what gave us the leeway to be able to take our time capping third point was the fact that we made it to third with 5 minutes.
Yeah. And
so as long as we are, holding that enemy team to God forbid they make it to third, but they only have 2 minutes to do it, that third point is so hard to take.
It is annoying to deal with. Especially when a team just abuses high ground and just shoots down on you all the time. You're just in a point where there's 15 angles for the enemy team to take advantage of you. And so this first point, I think Champlain is going to definitely historically good on these first point holds. We'll see the Alari, we'll see the BAP, we'll see the standard comp, and Champlain just needs to play how they were playing earlier. I think, frankly speaking, they were outplaying the Thunderbirds a lot on that point.
Yeah.
They just sort of were unable to finish a lot of
It's
these.
just having an answer for if they're rolling out on the dive. Yeah, I expect Thunderbirds to roll out here, but it's much harder when you have to set this tempo on dive. A couple fights here of Baja just burning their Winston, turning them away.
It's gonna be tough, especially because I almost certainly am gonna see the.
Not to mention all of their fight benefit is that EMP Reaper combo, and that takes a while to get up.
The thing that really worries me is that Champlain, this comp is sort of feast or famine right now, and while I did see them cap the third point, I didn't hear the war cry. The sort of vibe has sort of diminished, I think, once they got held for 6 minutes on that third point. So hopefully Champlain can figure out if they can get some of these early picks. The first fight here is going to be crucial for momentum, because if Champlain can break the first fight and get those little advantages here, the mental's going to come back and they're really going to take advantage. I think they're going to get a lot of value on this first point, but it's Circle Royale first point.
Yeah,
it's really easy to just instantly lose. All it takes is one pick, and then the fight, the entire first point is done.
Yeah, Zul's watching that rooftop, worried about a potential dive over the top, as it is a possibility. We do see the enemy team immediately swapping to the D.Va once they see the Bastion. I love Zul to just reset the shield health. Let's get some HP back.
Yeah, actually though, a slow first fight here. Here comes the D.Va right into the fight. I mean,
good rock there. Now just about keeping your BAP up. Unfortunately, they do lose Nate, but I think with the D.Va at a mech, they will at least be able to hold some space here. Zul's getting parkoury, jumping onto the backline there, forcing the fade from the Moira, who is now half in main and will able to pick up that pick. He did lose Nate early, but getting mech is big.
Yeah, it's huge, and that's a first fight win. A confident first fight win for Champlain as well. And the cart is now stuck in this hellish position.
Yeah, you have to put someone in the middle of a Sojourn, Bastion, Ayari, BAP, Sig spam to get to be able to push this card.
This D.Va, if you thought D.Va didn't have a lot of health before, this D.Va's gonna melt like butter the moment that DM goes down. And so Champlain again forcing these fights on just parts that make Thunderbirds really unconfident. That's a really early fade. They're going to look to dive
They actually
Bastion.
go over the top there. Thunderbirds, which I'm not sure Baja was watching for. We saw them watch for it on first fight, but that time they're able to take them by surprise by just going over the top left and jumping out to Ian immediately, not having the lamp there just because of like the surprise factor from Thunderbirds. But I mean, Baja doesn't lose a full 5 here, so they will have time to recontest, assuming that Jules and Zeluk are able to live.
I believe they will be. I think they're just going to kite back, which they are doing quite efficiently. Actually, Zeluk's in a pretty good spot to be annoying.
Yeah, to maybe even pick this Reaper. I'm not sure if... Yeah, okay. I like the aggressive play, but I also like the call to, like, maybe not now.
Yeah. I mean, Champlain should know where the Reaper is.
They know the Reaper.
Oh, no. Bobek's still going down.
Force rate. The Reaper should be traded.
Oh, no.
But unfortunately, the fade back in, the Captain Sun, I believe, picks up 2. And now just about touching point from Zulz. As Nate jumping on the point, it won't have the HP. It's really just on Zeluk to somehow keep his team up here.
No, I don't think...
He has to try to jump back to high ground.
I don't think this is going to be a fight win for
Yeah,
Champlain.
I don't believe it is either. They did take 2 minutes off the time bank there, so...
Which is honestly pretty fine for first point. That point is really hard.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
The biggest thing I think that's going to make or break this hold is how efficient they're going to be on the second and third point pushes. Because second point can get mowed down really easily. I've also seen teams really struggle on this really, really long extended road upwards.
Yeah.
And I think, especially with the poke that Champlain has, this should be really, really annoying to deal with.
We've been seeing the fast fights from Baja. I'd love to see a fast flux here.
Yep.
Honestly, I would have liked to see the Flux comboed with the Bastion ult, actually, but I think they do. I think Ian holds on to the second half of the Bastion ult to go with the Flux. They get the Diva Mech quite low there, but not as much from that combo as you'd like to see. They probably will have to rely on the rail here from Nate in order to secure this fight, unless they're able to find an early pick. They do get a lot of DM with that form out, but now the side of Thunderbirds look to come back in with the EMP, but they pick the Reaper before he can get into the core and use... He actually died out of ult there.
He did die out of ult. John actually with a massive blunder. He was 1 HP, didn't realize his HP was low, and just immediately ripped the ult.
I'm not sure he was expecting that focus fire. I mean, like, Baja can't get hit by the same combo over and over again and, like, not realize that, hey, what if we blow up the Reaper? Like, eventually it happens. I really like this angle up there from from Nate and, Josh. I know that's Josh. I know Josh.
You know that guy. But,
yeah, but I mean, it's just another angle for them to take to really force them out. I think we'll probably look to flip map here, especially if they come under. Jules can even stuff if he wants to. It's just about not getting too split here. Maybe even setting Ian up on top of this area. Are they going to bait back around? They're beating onto Ian.
A beating Gage, which is quite interesting, actually.
Jules just get in front of him and eat. I mean, that was a really... Ian just, like, it's just a little unfortunate that Ian kited outside of Nate and Josh's LOS. There's really just nothing there to help him.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, the direction that Baja... I mean, they got thrown off by the rotation. It was really hard to, like, know where to kite there when, like, we're going Rhine.
We're going Rhine. Interesting. I'm actually okay with this because
like Ryan may just brawl out on the point. I'm not against it at all.
Especially because this, you can be really, this point's ridiculously hard.
Like just shield up and shield in here, just force a ton of space on the point.
Oh, that's got a good
start
ult
with the
spot.
Bastion ult. He should be fine. I think it's just to force the space a little. Nate hitting headshot after headshot, trying to force this right angle out of there. Unfortunately, the Captain Sun is Ian from Zeluk as Zulz is now falling. They get the DMAC, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough to capture this point. Although, like I said, the enemy team should only be having what, like 3 minutes here, assuming they cap right away. See, look, you know, getting that stall out, and yeah, they're coming out with exactly 3 minutes, which means it's stallable, it's holdable for Baja here, as we see Dusk swapping over to the Lucio, which means Zeluk is probably going to be hopping onto the Baptiste.
I almost certainly will see that swap, yep. And Champlain...
And now I expect there to just be close holds, just go to cart, like, play on cart, yeah?
Yeah, they're just looking to stall as much time as possible from the clock. Again, this is a battle of attrition here. There's almost certainly not going to be a quick point end
I'd like to see them just amp to cart, and just, like, turn, just backs to a wall, onto cart.
Yeah, especially because there's not a lot of poke that can come out from this composition.
I like
from
this,
Thunderbirds.
just clear some angles, but take high if you need to. Just care, but I think we'll be fine.
And then I'll drop cart here. Don't let them take too much space, though. I think that I'm really worried that Champ is letting this cart get too far.
Ian dropping, Zulz drops with him. Good coordination. This Diva is just in the turn cycle, blend cycle of blending.
Blender in the blend
moment.
with the fruit.
Zulz dying, but I think it's fine.
It's fine for Champlain here, as long as they don't get
As
staggered.
long as the Moira dies.
Yeah.
Good. Bobox going crazy on the Bastion.
They did let the cart go pretty far here, which is a little bit worrying, especially for only a minute of time bank getting dropped. They got 2/3 of the cart there. But Champlain, again, now that the cart is here, though, Champlain just has the advantage of it's pretty hard to get.
If they die to EMP Reaper here, they need to make sure that it happens on card. Like, the enemy team cannot get... Like, right now, this defense is actually pretty hard split out. Ian will be able to get a good amount of damage onto that Lucio.
Yeah, actually, that was way too
all
aggressive.
the DM force, which means the Lucio is just bros in the open. Like,
Yeah, that's actually really way too over-aggressive from Thunderbirds there. They did not coordinate
And it's
getting
good
up those
because
stairs.
that whole fight, the card's just moving backwards too.
Yeah, and so as you can see here, Champlain about to even it out about at the 50% margin for this fight, which is
I just want to see them
ideal.
keep walling this choke and just punishing their rotations in. Like, just keep making it hard for them to rotate. It doesn't need to be a split. It just needs to be annoying. It just needs to give Ian time to do stuff. I really like the wall.
It's not.
Oh, I thought the Thunderbirds just finding like a hole to get the translocator in through. I thought that Nate might have actually walled the EMP off, but unfortunately it does hit. But it's a good reset from Baja. They come back to the point. They can stall on the corner to point with ults. It's actually really good here. I just want to see Zulz just sit on that corner and then Nate mail when they need it.
I think they're gonna get shoved into this room, which is actually just Reinhardt Paradise. So yeah, as you can see here, Thunderbirds really don't want to be here.
They actually eat the ult, which is a little unlucky, but it means they picked the diva at the end. End of the day, what needed to happen happened. They died.
Yeah, Champlain actually, if they can get an extended pick here, that actually hurts so bad for
It's crazy because like they really didn't even need the mail there. Like their aggression was just good.
Yeah, Champlain is down ults, both support ults coming up online for Thunderbirds.
Yeah, they have support ults and bomb, but luckily they don't have that big combo of the EMP Reaper. That's what we like to see, not them not having.
Yeah,
Champlain. It's about Will mirroring beat here. I also like having Ian up top because it means he can punish the rotation really hard.
Early beat from Thunderbirds.
Which means Baja's beat is guaranteed to be better here. Zulz pitting the diva bomb back out. Ian and a baby diva 1v1. I don't know about dropping there.
Way too deep for Waboxa there. And Champlain has got to get the stall on. Oh my
picking up one might be really good for stall actually. Just shield and stall. Just shield and stall. I mean, it's fine that we die. We recontest with beat, surely.
That's actually fantastic for Zulz there. That pick is huge.
Yeah, Ian will be first touch. And then we beat our Rhine out onto point and we'll have Shatter. That is cold from the side of Thunderbirds, but the beat is there. Unfortunately not saving Japath, but maybe being enough for Zulz to get into that fight and brawl with Shatter. No, very low Moira from the side of Thunderbirds as Ian is looking to pick one up. Now just playing life a little bit, hoping that his team. Unfortunately, Zulz does fall with Shatter. So he's like going to be able to TP back to the point on the Kiriko, but I think we're going to extra rounds here.
Almost certainly. It looks like there's not going to be a good enough stall from Champlain, and it looks like we're going to extra rounds. On that third point, though, I was a little bit sad to see Champlain sort of run out onto point.
Into little, like,
yeah, a little bit questionable plays from too many hero plays coming out from too many people. I think a little bit more coordination would have actually helped a lot there, especially on that final fight.
Especially knowing that they like had beat so soon, they could have just like they forced beat. They like they could have probably just like stabilized and then beat it back in. No,
maybe, but I feel like the Reinhardt was taking too much damage probably to tank cart properly there, especially with Cole coming out and just burning him down.
Yeah.
That being said, though, I would have loved to see a little bit more like target coordination. They kind of were just playing a free-for-all there, trying to get picks. But a little bit more coordination would be great. Champlain starting on offense is actually pretty nice. Yeah. A little bit of an advantage.
Starting on the spam
is really, really annoying because if you know where the card's going to end, that's an advantage. Because knowing where the card is going to end up pretty much allows you to sort of ideally play around when the card's going to end. Where exact that point is, you can sort of play around that. But you know,
I'm interested to see how Champlain's spam lines up into this dive comp. I wouldn't be surprised if they make some changes once they see the enemy comp from Thunderbirds.
We will see what happens here. Again, defensive dive, especially in Overwatch 2, is quite weird. There are some times where I feel like you can get stuffed very quickly if you're not careful, especially with the amount of damage coming out from the Champlain side.
I'm hearing some war cries from the training room, which means maybe they're hyped back up.
I think they're hyped for this overtime. I think we're all hyped for this overtime,
all a little hyped,
to be honest. And Champlain went on the same comp they went on offense with, so we'll see what they can get. They actually opt instead of Ashe for Sojourn. I take that back. They have Ashe. What am I talking about? Ashe and Sojourn.
Yeah, really big diamond there from Ian. That's all you need. That's everything right there.
That's everything I wanted and more from this Ashe pick. And yeah,
this dynamite on rotation is the truth. It's just so good.
Yeah, they need to get this Lucio quick here and then get this on.
And their cleanup's actually really fast here. I'm liking that.
Champlain, this is going to be at least 3/4 of the first point, pretty much automatically gone. This gives Champlain a little bit of a buffer so that if this next fight is a little bit unclean, they have a little bit of time.
Yeah, I really like the 3-on-point call. Yeah. Just maximize the distance, just in case.
Just in case something goes wrong here. But this is an annoying point to push back on because there's so much open angles.
Zulz just has a good shield, shielding off that hack. It's just about Zulz being the anchor now and his team fanning out around him and getting that damage.
Yeah, the supports need to be really careful with their health bars here. If they go down, this fight from Champlain can turn catastrophic.
I really like Nate opening up his angle. He has slide to get out if needed. He can just look for a lot of damage here. Zool's looking for a rock. Connecting on one, I believe, is the Dynamite does force Wraith as well. Diva out of map is really big. Just stabilize now from Baja. All they really need to do in this fight is just keep Zool's alive, and they will slowly win just via attrition. As they're picking up 3, looking for 4 now. As I believe they will lose Nate, but it's a really good fight from Baja.
Yeah. They're going to get this first point cap. That's a 5-minute. As long as they don't get off the point here, this should be a very, very clean first point. And that's the biggest thing here. First point push here is an insanely big feat to get.
And they're on the Winston, which I actually think... I look at that comp as a Winston player, and I'm like, no fun.
Yeah, I do not want to dive into that. Thank you.
Look how much damage like he's going to take. I like the Bob here just to split the backline from the Winston. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get much on it. They do actually hit the Moira with the Dynamite, which means Zools can get a pick onto the Moira. Really big from Zools there, as now the enemy team has no sustain, and they can kind of just... I mean, you could even argue they could go force that Winston out, but that just means that one pick, like that Bob and the 1 kill onto Moira, gets them 3/4 of this point.
And so here's the biggest thing. While they're up this hill, this point becomes so much more aggressive for Champlain. Their healers and the people on cart can now see effectively the entire map angle.
Yeah, I just want Zools to either not get EMP'd or live the EMP.
Oh, big EMP coming out. Champlain is going to be really rough here. They have to have some hero plays come out from their DPS here if they want to win this one. Oh.
We do see the flux onto point. I'm not sure Champlain was ready for the EMP. I'm not sure if they had it tracked. I mean, it's still a pretty solid push from the side of Champlain. I just would have either liked to see them play aggressive or just like play the EMP at 5. Like it's...
Yeah, a 5 is too much, especially if you're playing a poke comp. There should be angles taken that you don't instantly get 5-man.
Yeah, like if Zools gets EMP, then Nate's railing. If Nate gets EMP, then Zools is fluxing, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. That being said, though, great first shove for Champlain. That's 3 to 4 fights worth of push, depending on how many fights you get.
So like it's really tough for... Not impossible. I don't want to jinx anything, knock on the polycarbonate desk, but...
But it's a great start for Champlain. And again, the thing that is so tough for this Thunderbirds team is now that Champlain, they're playing this dive comp.
They have to win every fight. Like one lost fight. One lost fight here actually is
There's
so
no
painful.
card stall. There's no card stall anymore. You're on Moira, Lucio, and Diva. If you lose a fight and you can't like play the 3v2 stall for too long, you lose instantly. It's over. Because Champlain is they really can't afford to get off cart. Especially with dive, though, that sucks. Because you want to get off cart. That's your whole shtick is, I'm getting off cart, I'm going to go dive the map. But you can't dive the map right now, because if you do, and Champlain shoves Zools onto cart, and he picks off your support you've left there to die, you lose instantly.
Yeah, it's just about rocking this Diva. That's a big combo we really want to just lay our eyes on here, is if Zools hits the rock on the Diva, it's really rough. The other thing is, we know how Thunderbirds were able to take this point the first time, and it was that dive over top left, so just being aware of that. I think Ian almost set up to play under the dive to form and break them out.
I'd say Champlain here just playing like pretty passive here. I want them to hold.
But unironically, like Ian can hide until the dive comes in. Like,
why are they not pushing cart?
I don't know. They're actually they've used 30 seconds of time bank for staging here, and their Sombra has fallen immediately. No. And now it's just keep Ian up, and Ian just farms.
Yeah, here we go. And again, this is ridiculously rough for Thunderbirds.
Like if you're going to take a fight that slow, you have to guarantee that you win it. Like that is their entire time. This stagger is beautiful, actually.
Actually take as much time as you can. And now this becomes rough.
And now they have to touch without DM.
Yep, touch without DM. There's a tracer now on the card.
Just have Zool's ankle and anchor, and everyone else just angles onto him. Somber, no translocator. Nate should be able to pick this one up easily, saving the rail to try to pick off this Lucio. Lucio won on the cart, and the wrecking ball from Thunderbirds probably won't be enough. Bro's rolling and trolling onto point, but I'm not sure he's gonna be able to pick anything. We do lose Nate, but I'm thinking those are just spoils of war, as Baja is now able to clean this one up. And
yeah, it looks like there's not even gonna be a touch here. Oh no, there is.
Oh, there is a touch from the Sombra, but I believe the Lucio being the last one, and cleaning that one up.
That was a
map and a half.
Oh my lord, Champlain Baja with this.
Moving up to match point now. As we said earlier, this is a first to 4, not a first to 3 like we're normally accustomed to.
Ooh, the hack play of the game. Haven't seen that animation in a while.
This is that EMP fight we saw in the first overtime from Baja. Able to hit 5 as Bro is just running around the map with the Sombra.
I'd say still great play from Champlain there. That first point was really, really scared that that first point was going to spiral if Champlain lost the first fight. But all that staging and Thunderbirds did not get the execute on that. They died really fast. The moment that Sombra got picked, it was a tough fight.
Oh, he's doing the thing.
Oh, he's doing the thing.
He said
man.
if they went up 3-0, he was going to come in and take a selfie.
They're not up 3-0.
Or if they went up 3 maps. It'd be really funny if they lose now.
If they lose, like, that is the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they talked about this.
Zulz, listen to me.
Zulz, you better be winning.
You better win. You better win.
You know what I was hoping for?
What?
A lemonade.
Yo, I think you're...
Yo, thoughts on throwing to a break production?
Yeah, actually,
I'm so thirsty.
I think Mark might explode if we don't get
I
him a
might
lemonade.
explode.
So, we'll see you all after he gets his lemonade. Have a good one, y'all. What's going on? We are back.
We are back, and I am hydrated.
He is hydrated. I am hydrated. It looks like our players are raring to go. We got some context, by the way, from last game. It looks like Champlain is feeling good. Morals are as high as possible. Morale is as high as possible.
And the morals.
And the morals.
We got good morals.
We've got great morals at Champlain
Some say
College.
the best.
We're the best.
Many have said.
Nobody said that.
Many have said we have the best morals.
In terms of what we are expecting left, there is 2 maps for anyone who is not paying attention or is brand new to the stream. We are currently up 3-2 at a best of 7 series, so if Champlain wins 1 more map, they are the champions. If Champlain loses 2 maps, the Thunderbirds are the champions. Yeah. Champlain in the driver's seat, however, don't want to get too cocky. There's a lot more Overwatch left to play. I hear the war cries coming out already.
I hear the cry of the war.
I hear some screaming from the Baja room as we move on to a classic. I'd say this is a classic.
Are we more of the crying baby, or are we more of the hydrogen bomb?
We're the hydrogen bomb in this room right now.
Because we're sounding like the crying baby from here.
We might be the crying baby normally, but right now those are war cries. Those are hydrogen bomb cries from Champlain. And generally speaking, though, I haven't seen... What do we even play on this map?
That's a great question.
I don't think I've ever seen us pick for anyone who isn't aware right now. Oh wait. All right. We have our comps in. Champlain is opting for the Sigma.
They're playing dive. Surprise.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. Thunderbirds are playing the big Tracer. Oh, gonna go flying in there with the Tracer.
I don't know what you just did.
I did a call.
Don't do it again.
Like a Thunderbird.
Let's move forward. Let's move past
that. Let's move back, actually. Let's run it back to us.
Yeah, hit me with one more call.
Call!
And we're off.
And we're off. Champlain looking to take an off angle here. Almost immediately, actually. Gonna be pushing in from the right side.
I like the May.
I do like the May. I like how Champlain's just decided that this is what we're going to play.
The May means the diva is sad.
Yeah, this diva's really sad, actually. Yes, diva is extreme. The diva is the saddest
just in the emotionally lowest place she's been in her life.
Diva automatically demeched at the start of the fight. Champlain, if they play slow here, pretty much automatically win. Yep, playing slow. Don't get too cocky. No one make any hero plays. Champlain's just going to pick up a couple kills and automatically
Hana Song just realized that she does not like the major she went to college for.
Yeah, she realized this is not for me. I am not that guy.
I did not put 3 years of my life into playing into May.
Yeah, she is not the honored one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And Champlain gonna pick up this first fight hold. Where are they holding here? Champlain's got to figure out where they want to play. They figured it out. Playing small room.
It's right side.
Play right side.
Get right side. Play for a wall. If they go to point, play for a wall.
Yeah. If they do anything, play for a wall. If they
one in doubt, instead have Zul sit on point. Everyone else. Yeah. Rock the diva.
Yeah. Champlain again. As long as they have the Sigma on point, this is really annoying because they have to figure out how to bump the Sigma off.
And Zul does a lot of damage.
Yep. And with the diva not really getting a ton of value right now because there's nothing really to eat because all the spam is coming out in a ton of different places.
We can see the Somber like from just the UI elements. We can see that like we're getting hacks onto our supports, but they're not dying. And then the diva just walks in and immediately is walled and frozen. It's really just hard for that diva to live there. We know there's no Wraith on the Reaper. Let's just see maybe a little bit of aggression onto that. The hack coming in onto our backline. I believe we're able to live. Zul's dropping low, but able to be kept up by his supports as it's looking like Thunderbirds is going to reset this fight. And yeah, as long as we just bunker, we did actually unfortunately lose.
Zilak actually drops here. That's actually a stagger for Champlain. They can't play as aggressively as before. I also want to note, that was a 60% fight.
I mean, that was the second fight.
That was effectively 2 fights in 1 because Thunderbirds couldn't figure out how to get in, and it's really hard to get in.
I like the quick window from them. Just the hack does come through, so we won't be able to see the lamp immediately, but the lamp gets in there in time, and then we have a Zilak on the angle, forcibly on the angle because of the respawn, just picking up on that Lucio, forcing the beat out from the side of Thunderbirds, but the mail is going to be massive from Baja just to clean up these kills.
This is actually the last fight, so Champlain can figure out how to get these final picks. This map...
It doesn't feel like last fight. Like, we didn't even have to deal with EMP until just now with Thunderbirds down 3 already. The Reaper ult does come through, but Zul pounding the grass means that's doing nothing.
Someone help my boy Zul.
Someone help my boy Zul as Champlain, like, in the position to win this fight, they just need to make sure that they stack and focus a single target, that being the Lucio. Now possibly turning onto the Moira. As the Moira's low, Zulz does fall, so Champlain has to be a little careful here, especially not having Will Dusk in the fight. But the Bastion should be set up just to burn down the Winston on the side of Thunderbirds, as Champlain looking to clean up as Nate is hitting the shots on the Mei to try to give them the advantage here in the fight. No recall from the side of Thunderbird's Tracer, as Nate hitting a nice headshot onto the Reaper, looking to clean up onto the Moira now.
Champlain, focus a target, please. Just you're up numbers. Please focus a single target. There we go.
It's about killing someone. Now the
Lucio's last on point
in the circle, which means it's freezy time. And
Champlain 100-0 there.
A good 100-0. One control point away, in theory, from a victory here.
Champlain needs to be careful, though. That last fight was not clean at all. They are getting a little bit of those championship finals nerves.
A little bit of jitters, but honestly, like, when you look at the comp from the side of Thunderbirds, it's a very stally comp. Like, those things will happen.
Those things will happen. I'm a little bit worried because they started getting picked at the end there as well.
It's okay. Our Guardian Deity has entered the lobby.
But that being said, though, Champlain up an entire point here. 2 points to play with. Let's see if Champlain can figure it out.
The enemy team, they're throwing away the dive. They're saying if we're going to win this, it's going to be on the mirror, except one Beasel's on the Soldier 76 instead of the Mei.
This is Champlain forcing
If Champlain plays fast with a wall, there is nothing the enemy team can do here.
What I also really like is Champlain said, okay, nice mirror.
Nice mirror. This is our comp.
We play this.
Yeah, the wall unfortunately not getting the split, but it does mean that Champlain just can play on the front foot here. The freeze from Champlain meaning the enemy team is not able to do much about it. In the wise words of Jacob, the Mei freeze allows the Reinhardt to get lots of swinging because the enemy team is slowed. As we see the ping in from Zulz, taking a lot of damage onto the enemy Ryan. Nate able to actually live the pin, but unfortunately actually cancels his ice block a little prematurely there and is not able to get the healing benefit from it. As with Ian, actually I didn't even notice that Ian dropped early. Baja is going to have to reset this fight a little.
Yeah, Champlain actually dropped really early there and went way too aggressive actually. Champlain needs to slow their roll here. You are playing in Soldier, which is a weird pick for this kind of comp, but you need to be careful because that was way too over aggressive. Ian got picked instantly, and now Champlain's on the back foot here. And there's a shatter here. If they don't find this Rhine,
I wouldn't think Bro shatter.
Yeah.
I would have no clue. That is really unlucky.
Champlain, again, the cockiness is getting a little too much. Slow your roll. Remember, you are up here, but you don't have an infinite amount of space to play with.
It's just about not getting discouraged. Like, that's just like an unlucky fight. It's just about focusing on what they can do to win the next fight.
Yeah, they have, and Zeluk automatically has, oh my lord.
God, one Beazle is beaming.
Yeah, but Zeluk has IMAX screen here. We'll see what he can do with it. If they can take high ground, this IMAX screen is going to be really annoying.
Use form, like,
that sucks, yes. If they just rip the
Vivrine is completely split here. They have high for free. Let's just like drop Zulz to point and everyone else can just play high.
Yeah,
really good fire strike onto the Batman. There's no sustain from the side of Thunderbirds. Gosh, I remember their name. I've been casting them for 4 maps. And so Zulz maybe the Bastion lives on the our side of the map. He'll reset anyway, but poor Zulz just not getting the kill credit there.
Oh my, Zulz tried to go with the hero play, but unfortunately didn't get there. He's going to get taxied back to the point, but Champlain actually is on the back foot here. They need to recognize that they can't hold high here. If they don't back up and the Reinhardt isn't here fast enough, they will get instantly blown up.
I believe they'll have time to hold high. I like Zulz. Actually, Zulz, they should get high in time. They'll have the Bastion early, maybe looking to force a lamp, and then assuming they'll get mail mid-fight. It looks like they are able to force a lamp out. Ian's dying fast. With the shatter onto the Bastion, Zul's going to play fast. There's no lamp from the enemy team here. They have lamp advantage. The beat coming out, but the blizzard is absolutely massive from Nate. They're going to be able to pick up the Bastion, but probably not anymore. The visor on the backside, Champlain I think is able to mitigate that just enough, but they did lose Zeluk, which means they don't have a lot of sustain into this fight, meaning that Zeb's dead is able to pick up the crucial picks that, and the point flip came over pretty fast as well. So.
Yeah. Again, Bobo XL getting way too big for his britches, going way too aggressive early. Not playing tank, playing Bastion. He used to have a tank for him, now he doesn't.
Yeah.
He needs to be way more careful there. Is this the second fight in a row he's gotten picked?
Yeah, it's just about like recognizing that like your team has created the space and forced the cooldowns that you need. You don't need to force anything quickly. Like Lamp doesn't come back for a while. Like you might as well like stabilize and then go back in. As Z-Luck able to dodge the Bastion ult, which is good. Not using Lamp either, but unfortunately Nate gets a little overzealous there. Maybe just slip by the Bastion ult. I think that seems to be really helpful. I mean, Baja has no chance but to take this fight regardless, so they're probably going to look to form out. Although Ian, just a little slip from where his Ryan wanted to walk. I think Zul's had the touch point, and Ian wanted to come out top, meaning that no shield on the side of Ian just means a quick fight take from...
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a second map, or second point win for Thunderbirds. That was a pretty rough second map, I'm going to be honest. That 44% is not indicative, I think, of Champlain actually playing well in that point. Going into point 3,
I mean, they should know what they're expecting then, you know?
Slow it down. You are taking great fights. I think the DPS players from Champlain are taking way too aggressively on the space that is created from Zul's and the rest of the team. They're creating the space, but the DPS players are playing way too aggressively.
Yeah, I think it's just about like getting back to fundamentals. I think they can expect that they're going to mirror here. I think the Soldier is probably not as strong on this point. He still has the high ground that he can probably wrap to, but actually they're gonna... Right now we're seeing the Sim. There's still a chance that he's TPing out and swapping Soldier still.
Probably
we'll see, but like...
but that being said, though, Champlain, again, you're winning in the fundamentals battles, but you're doing too much.
And you're winning in the fundamentals battle when you remember to play fundamentals. Sometimes they're getting a little too fancy. As we're gonna swap back over to the game feed.
Yeah, Champlain.
Maybe a big move from Will. Unfortunately, it just stops a little close. As I am podcasting right now until we get the game feed back online. We're seeing Zul swing on the enemy Reinhardt. The enemy Reinhardt is getting low, and now we're back in, and we can see that, as I said, the enemy Reinhardt is low.
Yeah.
Good boop there from Will, able to knock the Bastion off the map, and I think we're a little even
he
here.
got knocked off the map too. Oh, the enemy Lucio actually ended up stabilizing there. Champlain actually should just drop point here and get the point for free.
Yeah, they have to care a little bit of dropping into a May, but I think they have the numbers. Nate will be back. They should be fine.
So let's just needs to take no damage here. He needs to just keep the shield up.
Ian's playing a little
way too aggressive
there. They know they don't have BAP. I'm not sure why they're walking in there. Is unfortunately now because of that they're going to flip the point back.
Yeah, way too aggressive from Champlain.
Yeah, they should get a little bit of stall here with Dusk able to fly around on the point for a
annoying as heck. But I don't know what the call was there from Champlain, but it was bad call whenever it was.
Yeah.
Way too aggressive when they didn't have any of their supports up. They only had Dusk. And
or they're like Ryan on the same page.
Yeah, very. But Champlain, again, it's going to be an even point here. Champlain just needs to figure out how they're going to push it here.
May wall to drop. Like, that's all you really need to do. Zul's just shield up. I mean, I don't mind the wrap. They can try to catch the Soldier a little, but now it's just sit on point. Yeah. I like the wall, just make them have to come through one angle. You can guarantee cap here. Good kill onto the Lucio. Really smart.
Flips actually before the fight even happens. Now this is tough because now that the Thunderbirds don't have an angle here, they have to drop onto this wall.
Oh, really crazy pin in there from the enemy Reinhardt. Luckily, Nate has the wall to live.
C-Luck!
I think he actually will live. Oh,
no, he won't.
Unfortunately.
Again, aggressive angle taken, very quickly punished by Thunderbirds. And Thunderbirds are going to, I think, pick up this point here. Bobexel trying to go for hero place as well as Dusk, but
almost picking up the Bastion.
Again, Champlain fundamentals are good, and then they make one or two people make a poor decision, and the fight gets flipped again.
Yeah, I think they just they won. They just have to stack and play slow after. It's just getting a little antsy, just forcing what they don't need to. I mean, I like this rotation again for them. They are playing into almost 5 ults. But they will have Shatter and Beat online, so it's still very winnable from the side of Champlain. They just need to live this Bastion ult. They actually are able to force Lamp and not get their own fortunes. They have an advantage. I'd like to see them just sit on point here.
Yeah, actually, I don't think Thunderbirds knows that they didn't get their Lamp force.
Good block from Zul.
Very good block from Zul.
Just burst it right to the shield.
Oh, no!
The window is really strong on the Zul. Just getting melted before he can even realize he's taking damage there.
Yeah.
Should still be a winnable fight here from Baja, especially with the mail up soon. Maybe just looking to split this Ryan with a wall and walk in. Not having a tank here is rough, but it doesn't mean it's not winnable. I like the mail there from Nate, using the block to stop the pin as well, meaning that the Ryan on the side of Thunderbirds will be falling. As now it's just stack on point, Help Zul to maybe kill this Bastion. As Zul's
he's 1 HP.
able to live there.
No, don't wall your guy off.
He's fine. Surely he's fine. Kill the Lucio. Kill the Lucio, please. Thank you.
Stack on top of the tank. Stack on top of the tank, please, Champlain.
Baja fighting a bit of a backwards battle here.
Champlain gonna need to take some high ground space so that they don't get it taken against them. Champlain up ults though. That this is a big deal for this final couple fights coming up. I really need to see Champlain play coordinated, stay together.
Yeah, I want to see Chapath calming this window, where he wants it with Ian's form.
They can stall some point here and get a pick with this window. That's massive.
Yeah, it should be about window time here. As the window does come out from Chapath, it gets pretty kited, but there's a possibility they can actually use the backside of it to get a pick. They pick up the bat, which is a massive pick, meaning there's no sustain from the side of Thunderbirds. as now Champlain just needs to stabilize. Really good pick onto the bat from Z-Luck. Even if the window was a little bit further back than I would have expected, they are still able to get some value out of it.
Yeah, actually, I really like this from Champlain. They're just using these like sort of very low value ults to pretty much just poke them and say, okay, well, you don't have a lot of time left, so if you're gonna make it happen, make it happen.
And they force Lamp again. I can see Lamp being used on the enemy side, which means they have no Lamp walking into this fight, which means no Lamp walking into the Shatter and walking into the Bastion damage.
That's a great wall. Stops the beat from coming in.
Here. They're just playing like a little slow. They have 99% now. The enemy Bastion ult will be coming in. So
I think the Zill's got a massive ult as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were able to win off the Shatter.
Wait, they have to touch, they have to touch!
And with the C9 somehow winning. I'm not sure if it was the Shatter from Zool's or if it was the Boop from Will or what happened, but they sneak out with that one.
They snuck a championship win! Ladies and gentlemen, Baja are your CC... Oh, NECC champions!
Never eat cold cereal championship winners.
They actually got the dub there. It was a C9, but it was a W anyway. And Champlain win the series 4-2.
Yeah.
A double back-to-back victory for your Champlain College Esports troops. Big W's all around. As you can see, Baja is elated. They got the dub. Great series out from Thunderbirds, but Champlain stepping it up on that final map. Very, very close final map.
Oh, they're here.
They're here to take a selfie with us.
Yeah. They got the selfie.
And now
they didn't close the door. Maybe they will.
The hooligans have left. And
I'm sure we'll be back on the other side, probably interviewing some, if not all of them. So.
Yep. We'll see you all next time.
See you all in
like 2 minutes.
2 minutes. So yeah. Welcome back. I am here in a room with a lot of champions right now, as we have reading them off. I mean, let's just introduce ourselves quickly, starting with the person in the chair next to me.
Hello, I'm Team Captain Will Dusko W. My voice is a little gone. I was popping off too hard once we won. Who do you play? What role?
Oh, what do I play? I play flex support and main support for the team.
Main support! Main support!
He played one map of Baptiste.
My name is Ian Bobo XXL. I'm the hit scan DPS for our team. We did some big Among Us gaming today. I'm not gonna lie, that was nice.
So
I liked
real.
it.
I'm Anthony Wynn. Obviously, because I
Yeah.
win. And I'm
crazy.
Zulz, and I'm the tank player.
Hey folks, Mason here. I played Lucio and was taken off the game.
Oh no.
I'm Nathan or Nee. I play Flex DPS.
I'm Josh Zluck Zillick. I play flex support. Oh my god, we have a goat coming in.
Introduce yourself, Yaro.
We got the coaches in the building.
We're talking roles.
Here, point that towards your face a little
Point
more.
that towards your face and let us know who you are and what you do.
So I
A
am
little more.
Captain 322, aka Yarrow.
Yarrow.
And
Get that bro.
to it.
hello.
Yeah.
So I am Captain 322. I am the coach of Baja Overwatch. My name is Yarrow, IRL.
Oh, I'm Glow Zero. My name's Jacob. I'm the other coach.
Let's go, coaches!
We're good at talking, guys.
Yeah, so let's do some interview questions. I mean, first question, how we feeling?
Yippee!
Amazing.
A little bad. That doesn't feel deserved.
give him the
That
mic.
last map
Give him the
doesn't
mic.
feel deserved, honestly. I feel a little bad for the enemy team because they definitely won that point and they were gonna win that map, but they walked off. And we won the entire series because of it.
It's because we're better.
It would have came down to a last map if they hadn't walked off, but we played a very, 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 very good first point during that. So I'm very happy overall.
Have you
Okay with it.
considered that they didn't get on the point because of the pure intimidation factor of Zul's charging into the backline?
Wait, is that what happened? I didn't see it.
That is what, no, like Zul's shattered and you booped and like they just couldn't
stopped
get
watching.
that. Yeah,
Hey,
they just got,
personally,
they got really confused.
I thought their Lucio was gonna touch, so I shattered their Lucio, and I think they sort of had to run all the way around to charge touch point. That's probably what happened.
Potentially a Zul
Yeah.
sweep.
Zul's 9.
At the start of his season, we had like a meme, Zul's 9, because Anthony just like walks off a point all the time like a silly little guy. But I'd like to say that Zul's 9 now officially means you're such an alpha tank player that the other teams see 9s.
So real.
I think we need to change the definition.
The Zul's 9 meme started on Oasis.
It did, actually. For those who didn't hear, the Zul's 9 meme started on Oasis. It was our first match.
It
and,
did start on Oasis.
and he
it
walked off
ended
the
with
point.
Oasis. I think a lot of this game was ultimately coming down to mental. I think our mental just came out stronger. They were clearly very tilted at the end, and I think there was a lot of just pressure on them to perform better with their composition. That was, in my opinion, very scuffed, but it's a simple diff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do actually have a question for you, Yaro. As someone who has seen this team, like, from the beginning of the semester to now, like, grow, like, what are some things that, like, you're really proud of the team for?
So, obviously, I'm proud of every single individual player on this team. Every single one. Everyone has grown. My fellow coach, Jacob, has grown. I've grown as a coach. I learned a lot on how to work better with the team, how to manage everyone, how to get the morale up, how to actually practice effectively, and how to translate my coaching and what I learned to the team. And I think the biggest growth that everyone had this season is just working together as one cohesive unit and making things happen in the game as one single unit. That was a lot of practice. That took a lot of practice, and we made it happen.
Teamwork improves so much.
Absolutely.
And take me through some of those, like Li Jiang, like, what were people saying to each other, like, after that map to kind of, like, bounce back and get back into it?
Li Xiong really was the warm-up game.
So what I try to do, and seems to work a little bit, is I try to like take a step back and be like, okay, team, what did we do wrong? What can we focus on next? And then we do clear heads for the next fight.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be positive. I mean, I was just like, oh, we lost Li Jiang. We got to pick King's Row now, and we're just gonna win King's Row. I mean, you saw how that went.
That was clean.
And a lot of our first map performance really just sometimes comes out shaky, and I think it just comes down to a warm-up map, really. We gotta start on some sort of, a footnote. We gotta start with some sort of a basis, and then we only can go up from there.
Yeah, but I really like to stop losing the first map we play of every set.
It's crazy because we always win the first point and then lose the next two, like every single time.
Yeah.
Hello. All right. Yeah, got a big interview cooking.
Shout out to Kevin being there.
Absolutely.
Kevin,
We're just the best adapters.
Oh yeah.
A lot of it was about adapting. A lot of it was about adapting.
We knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Reminder to, if you would prefer your voice to be picked up on stream, to hand the mic to people that are.
Yeah, pass the mic around.
All right, what's our next question?
Move it. I want to talk about circuit.
Talk about
That's
circuit?
probably the most fun I've had casting ever. I think was your circuit, especially some of those last pushes. Like, What did it feel like getting it past first in that overtime? Because I felt like that was like pretty pivotal.
It felt, it felt amazing. I'm gonna be honest. It was due to we were able to realize when they were diving us, and they weren't looking at the two biggest targets during that could stop their dive, which was my nade and Sojourn's, whatever, the pulse thing, right? And we were able to get both of them down to like 20, like every single one on the team. I dynamited all of them, and the Sojourn pulse like got them all to 1 HP on the first engagement, and they panicked, they lost, and I was so excited. I was like, oh, we just won. It's over. We could push this, and then we won it again. And then again, and then we lost. But
I feel like we did a much better job of scouting the Sombra.
True. So that was that did definitely win the defense. Yeah.
I was just saying, to follow up, I wanted to hear from the support's POV, like what was the counterplay and what were you talking about when it came to like EMP Reaper roll?
Bro, I swear, Will and I like actually like. One of the two of us pre-called that they had it every single time. We'd call play spread, and their Sombra like actually just managed to find it every single time. Like I was like playing one corner back every single time. She just always found both of us. And really shout out to the Sombra who like actually like made the game really fucking hard for us. Like
controller Sombra.
We were so
actually like very confident that's a controller player according to Ian. He plays a lot of Apex, so he would know.
They had no aim assist though in Overwatch, so I gotta give.
Yeah, like actually, like
they were landing the hacks.
Really beast. I think we knew Circuit, or at least I knew Circuit was one. Is when we rolled out on attack. I don't know if you saw my POV, but I turned to a corner from like the inside where that pack is, and saw 5 people standing inside of a diva on stairs, and I was like, they think they're gonna freaking cheese us in OT. Like I'm good. I saw the sign. They thought they were gonna
the first time.
Oops. Yeah, but it was pretty awesome, honestly, that they just, I mean, Kevin came in after one of the maps and was like, they literally have one play, just don't die to it.
Yeah, I hit the best beat of my life.
Oh god, that
on
was
Sarah
I was
Vasa.
like, Will's hiding for beat. It's finally gonna happen. We're gonna counter
And
the
it
EMP.
happened, and like
No, on your last fight that you lost on New Queen Street, you hid for lamp. It was so close. You LOS the EMP and hid for lamp, and it just wasn't quite enough.
No, I literally said it in comms. Like, this is bullshit.
No,
oh my god, Josh!
Oh my goodness, dude!
Get this guy out of here! Get him out of here! Yeah.
Honestly, hand Nate the mic.
Get Nate in here. Get my gun
wanna know
for Nate.
My brain don't work.
The silent Sojourn
why he's on
carry.
that.
What were you feeling during that match?
I honestly don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm really happy, but like, man, I can't do interviews. This is crazy.
Please point the mic towards your face, Nate.
Yeah, I mean, feeling where? Like
Maybe mentally.
mentally? Honestly, right now, mentally, I'm so tired.
How does it feel getting baked?
Like, I think like the best thing is just hitting like a cross map Sojourn headshot. Just like as soon as you get one pick and you know you can just push in with that, it just feels so good every single time.
Yeah, I mean, let's say I'll pass the mic around, maybe get some like last thoughts, anything that people want to say or shout out to the stream before we wrap up the last streamed Overwatch for the semester.
Is this the last stream of the semester?
No, we got for those Champ Esports fans at home.
Actually, Mark, I have a question for you, Mark. Before we end, who do you think was MVP in this match today?
Who do I think was MVP?
Oh, yeah, your opinion.
It's always Ian. It's always Ian. It should be.
Don't influence him.
My hot take is Nate.
Nate?
I'm down. I'm so down.
I think, especially because like the May is the key into the Diva comp. Like it's the key to everything working is you splitting their angles or splitting someone off with wall, and it was happening so consistently that when you were able to win the fight simply because like me and Noah were talking about it, where you were able to just wall off an angle and let your team focus on one thing.
I mean, like Nate also like just 2 or 3 times just got a random headshot and just like wants to fight too. I mean, if I started King's Row, like
point the mic towards him. So
I'm gonna be real. I don't know how that Bastion died at the start of Kings.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know. On your first point circuit, I don't know where that Sigma went.
Oh, no, honestly, I don't know how he died.
He died of disruptor shot.
Yeah, I think he was just taking too much damage. I think we were just shooting at him too much.
I calmed it at one point, just fucking shoot him.
I don't know. I think
this guy out of here.
it's also because they were on Mercy. Yeah. And they just had the Ana for killing, so they just couldn't sustain him.
You also, if I can comment on Circuit Royale, you hit a wonderful headshot on their Sombra when she EMP'd. You slid away from the EMP, and as she went up with the EMP, you headshot her and popped rail.
Little
beautiful,
fadeaway.
beautiful execution.
Yeah.
overall, I'm very, very proud of the team. I think we did an incredible job. I think we closed the season out on a great note, and we all just did fantastic.
Any other last words, shout outs anyone wants to make?
Yeah, definitely got to shout out Will. I mean, like, he did a hidden pick. It was really the beat. It was the beat on the. It was second and third of our like rounds or whatever. He just played it so well, out of his mind. I was so proud of him. I legitimately was so proud of him.
Thank you, Ian.
Getting
I
that
appreciate
beat
it.
saved everything. Like that was the best beat I've seen in Overwatch history. I'm gonna be honest. That was huge.
I appreciate it, Ian. Thank you. So real. Shout out to Zools for diffing their tank and being a Ryan Chad. Also, good luck to everybody at Champlain with finals.
Yeah.
That's coming up next week. Sorry to remind you, but I believe
But
in all of
they're
you.
there.
They're there.
They'll never go away.
They'll never go away.
Yeah.
So true.
3 constants in life: death, finals, and Baja getting dubs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yippee! Season after season.
All right, Baja rotates out.
Yeah, I think
All right, Baja
that is going to
rotating
be
out.
all for
Kelly's
Champlain
gonna
Esports
flush this
today.
rotation.
Congrats to not only Baja, but also Teal on their victories today. And we will see you guys tomorrow with, I believe, Rocket League also in finals. So make sure to tune back in and cheer them on. Yeah, we'll see you guys later.